Here it is. Are we live? I think it's live. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to, actually, it's going back and forth. We were just green, now we're going red. We've had 3 days in a row of green. You surprisingly haven't had that since February because you've had all this volatility and chop. We did wake up to a surprise here with Trump, and it was in relation to copper tariffs. We actually got to hear a little bit from Reeves in the UK, even durable goods data. Didn't really get too much in the way, but when it's all said and done, this is like going to be our final day. And then tomorrow, Friday, it's going to be all about the end of the quarter, the movement, and then, again, getting ready for Liberation Day. So, Chattadonia, I hope you guys are locked in, loaded. Let's have a good one here. I have a couple of plays that I want to be looking at. So, what's VVPR? Oh, I had another one I wanted to see. But I'm going to be watching FCX. That's going to be related to copper. Then keep an eye on defense and defense stocks. We talked about that yesterday on the watch list. Which one? There's one of these that I wanted to see. Oh, Micron. Yeah, keep an eye on Micron. Again, they said they're raising prices because demand is so high. Then Netflix, Tesla for earnings, Dollar Tree. They sold that unit. We actually played that news a little bit ago. And then Bros got a nice upgrade. And then keeping an eye on NVIDIA and that China news. So we'll see where that takes us. We got about 3 minutes, Chattadonia. You're here right now. You've got all the news. You're ready for day. Is it going to be 3 days in a row? Are we going to bounce off the 200-day? What's going to happen, baby? What's your first play of the day? Post it in the chat. Let's go. GME April calls. GME and Micron. SPY calls. Add in more Skyworks. Gex is weird. Hedging SPY. Selling SPY calls. Tesla puts. Meta calls. Good morning, Chad. Let's go. Watching long-term. Buying QQQ. Trump coin 4. MSTR 340. MSTR puts. Josh calls. Long-term TLT for Liberation Day. Long-term Micron. Let's go. Big Meta puts. Tesla 287. Boeing 200. DAX long. Apple Tesla on watch. Good morning. Micron selling out TSLL. Good morning again. And the final plays. Stay sober and vigilant. Ghetto spread Microsoft. Watching Tesla, Meta, NVIDIA. Good morning. And stack for Anduril IPO. Wow. IPOs. I love it. I love it. So I don't know. I'm hyped today. I feel the hype. I hope you feel the hype. I hope you do nothing and watch long term. I'm so down. I am so down. EU takes note of outcome of Ukraine and Russia and talks to Saudi Arabia. Oh. All right. Well, we got about 2 minutes. We've gone over the plays. I mean, today is pretty chill. Like I'm saying here, we're trying to find out whether we do 3 or not, but pre-market moves, I hope you guys keep in mind. If it's like yesterday, there's still kind of a hangover on premiums, but if you watch a rotation, what should you do? So if we notice in the next hour that the market is rotating, not that it's all one way up or down, what should you be playing? Pop quiz, mother... what? I need to go pee, but I'm pop quizzing you until a commercial come on. Not necessarily mid-caps. Oh, there you go, Mr. Ponder. Individuals, there you go. Fuck yeah. There you go. Pop quiz winners right there. Pop quiz winners right there, baby. Oh, yeah. That's what you got to do. So, individuals, I agree completely. That's what we've been noticing the last couple weeks. But if you notice XLP is going up, tech is going down, or tech is going up, and everything else is selling off, I would be careful of the index and maybe watch for an individual play. So that will be the game plan for this morning. We got about a minute. I need to go potty. I don't have a commercial. I'm going to give you the ad. I'm going to make you guys listen to Bloomberg ads.
Tremendous impact
it's
on
like a documentary.
Architecture.
People tend to think the robot AI taking the job from them. We want to use the robot as a basic asset, meaning people have an income through the robot.
From space tech in India to robotics in Japan, Asia is driving the future, reshaping industries, societies, and the way we live. Join me as I take you through the bold innovations. Discover Asia's next-gen technologies on Momentum.
Did you hear that? He said you're going to have a robot make income.
Bloomberg brings you breaking news 24 hours a day.
Bloomberg hates you and
Powered
sends
by
you
more than
propaganda,
3,000
so
journalists
you get
and
fearful
analysts.
and sell equities too soon. Alrighty, 5 seconds. Get ready. Like the video. You got any questions, you let me know. And let's have a good one, baby. Good morning. Round 1. Fight. All right. Let's get her popping. Some of those have not moved yet. Watch out. Never mind. I was looking at the Micron right away. Again, the video had bad news. And then there was some like European buyout. Again, you haven't moved much today. So keep in mind, like a tight range. Just like yesterday, we didn't really move too much. That's why it felt so calm. Watch Amazon. We could double dip if those come down. Give Josh a thumbs, man. Hey, y'all got the pop quiz right. That's all I need, baby. Amen, amen. Oh, there's some far out of the monies that are cheap. I don't know if I want to do it. All right, I got some. It didn't fill me. Walmart got it. All right, stalling with the small one. It'll take a minute to determine what we're getting here, whether or not we get that rotation. A 10-year plan, 1 month at a time. Hey, man, subscribe for 3 years. Hey, just the beginning of the journey. I look forward to 2030. Baba is trying to make a news. The NVIDIA news was that China might do an energy efficiency restriction, and that could cost them $17 billion a year. And then GME, I'm surprised. I don't know if the GME guys, they probably just don't have memberships, but yeah, your Bitcoin news was pretty big. So that thing's moving up. AMD Ripper. Again, watch NVIDIA. I don't know what those plays are going to be at. Again, it was kind of mixed. Some had good news, some had bad news in terms of chip land. You got 30% gap on NVIDIA puts. I don't like that. Your badge does change by itself, yes. As you go through the year, SPY about to go green. So again, Dow is green, Russell green, SPY and NASDAQ are red. So we do have a little bit of rotation on today. Let's see where it ends up. Right now, it looks like tech down. Value names are doing good. Yeah, look, staples are going up. Clorox, Procter & Gamble, or Colgate. Ooh. Damn, son. Yeah, nobody trades these things. I look at some of them like, nobody trades this shit, huh? All right, I'm down. I'm going to go for some value plays right now. Or like consumer staples. But they're kind of hard. That's what I'm saying. Spreads are wide. They're really not actively traded. You can go XLP if you want. Nobody trades these. MRK dump. SPY coming down now. Again, Dow and Russell are good. So you do have a little bit of a weird rotation, but again, it just mad early, so this might not last. Oh, yeah, some of these are up way more than others. This is actually insane. Yeah, even the staples are kind of tricky there. I'm only going to go with one. I went with one of them, but that's it. Dollar Tree sold off a unit. Remember, we played it a couple weeks ago. You guys remember when we played the Dollar General buyout stuff? It was DG, Dollar General Dollar Tree. That news just came true. They ended up selling a portion of Family Dollar. I'm surprised, though, that they're not up. They were just up in the morning. Now, where's Tesla? Citi, MO on the high. UPS trying to break out here a little bit. Again, they got mollywopped the other day. Staples stock, I'm talking consumer staples, not like the easy button staples. So XLP as the index. Oh, little scammers, bro. All right, we'll wait a little bit. Again, NASDAQ down a third. SPY still red. Russell and Dow doing good. Only made a couple plays to start off. Oh, that last free 3M. The ask is up. And then where's the fucking Amazon? Oh, those apples are up 60. My goodness, bro. That one's crazy. So Apple's doing it again. Remember that play from yesterday? I can't believe that one's still holding like that. That was actually blowing my mind. But yeah, Apple's starting to climb. The Amazons came down. So again, yesterday we did that rollover. They're a little cheaper, not too bad. Okay, there's SPY pop. Again, bonds near the low. Jeez. Okay, Tesla's still down 2. Nvidia down 2. Where's Netflix? Netflix barely down. Actually, what is that? Micron pop. Let's see. Abivai on the low and Eli Lilly. So watch out if healthcare. NVO down again. That one, hey, man, if that gets to 60s, we could talk. Yeah, NVO. Who else? XLV. Yeah, healthcare is down by 0.5%. Staples are still going. So I like it, but it's kind of harder to play. See if this keeps going. But for the next hour, pretty much next 30 minutes, an hour, if staples are still going up and then tech is down, we may get a little bit of that roto. So let's see. Oh, yeah, AMD. You guys have been calling that out all morning. Yeah, they're doing great, bro. Remember that 2 days ago? Should have bought it. China Vice Premier He Lifeng spoke with Trade Representative Greer by video call. Xinhua. Yeah, bro, those apples are crazy. Little Boeing pop. I like the defense stocks, man. Yeah, Boeing's still good, but let me double check those premiums because the old ones are still down, the rollover, but ever since that pop, man, there is a nice hangover, but it's been good. There's a shit ton of volume on Boeing. And then bond volume and then SPY going up. Hey, Lord. What up, baby? Good morning. I wish I grabbed those LMTs the other day. Okay, SPY going up. Mr. Boeing. I like Boeing, but that's up a lot. But yeah, there's some interesting volume on Boeing contracts. NVIDIA, they're still near the low. Again, they're the only one with bad news so far. Micron's still holding. It looks like AMD's the best. Where's Intel? Intel just chilling. The Trump surprise was copper. Copper tariffs coming sooner. So, and I think there's another surprise we don't know about because Trump yesterday indicated he had something else. We heard it while we were listening. It was very subtle. And then this morning, the copper surprise, you know, people thought it would come later. But I think there's one more we might get. So we're going to see. But for now, copper tariffs, that is a new addition. Pretty much all the reciprocal stuff we've been worried about. Yeah, SPY just tweaked out. I don't think there's a headline yet. Oh, you got to try to hustle me? Try to hustle me on that wire? Mm-hmm. Yeah, SPY's just tweaking for no reason. VIX is down too. Don't forget about that. If that ends up coming back, Canada, what just happened there? Yeah, Canada and the euro kind of just went crazy. Damn, you already have 575? Habibi. 576 almost. Okay, bond still flush. It sucks. It's only been 10 minutes. So you're already kind of getting a decent move. But then watch. So Boeing's starting to break. I really like that. But it's too much already. The fuck happened with that? Oh shit. Yeah, well, premiums are tweaking. Very, very odd move. All right. 1 XLP for the long term. That I'd be careful with, but good luck. That's not really what I was saying with the staples or for the long term. But I hope you hold that for 10 years. No bank news. But yeah, what just happened with XLF? What the hell? Interesting. I like LMT. It's just hard to play. It's literally like $1,500 for a decent contract. So, dude, look at Boeing and LMT. Baba, Russia, Novak oil station is currently being restored. Too early to say when the work will be completed. TSM, Pepsi, it's doing it now. That's another value. All right, man, let's see. It's only been 10 minutes. But you know them. Oh, yeah, these are already up a lot, too. That's crazy. A lot of premium moves to start off the day. Tesla is starting to break out now. So not bad. All right. So watch, if SPY comes down in those values, that's literally what we're talking about. Novak Sudza gas station significantly damaged. TASS. All right, so see if bonds come up. You're getting back to VWAP, back to the opening candle. Am Dizzle flipped? I am not too sure. PRM, what's that? And again, put premiums went up a little bit, still down from earlier. XLE Energy. Yeah, and then Canada, look at that. Mexico dumping now too. But remember, we had currency moves yesterday, and the reaction was weird. But yeah, oil up, currency's down a little bit. Let's see how this one ends up playing. HEB, Apple on the high still too. Leo, welcome, baby. Good morning. Baidu Fat Candle. See, watch Boeing and LMT. Yeah, but they're just up. I don't think a big candle. Nord Stream 2 undamaged. Baba at the low. Good morning. Brooklyn. Tesla waking up now. Hi. So, yeah, Tesla's down too. It's still down a decent amount, but starting to move up now. Those apples are crazy. Those apples are up 70% now. My goodness. BD broke the channel. Bitcoin. Watch, oil and currencies are all moving. Oh, where's that other one? Is it Pipsis? Oh, where is that other play? I don't think those are going to work. Oh, those might. We'll let that stay. AMD turn. Pizza's at 40. NVIDIA had bad news. There was bad news about NVIDIA in China. VVPR. All right, I'm going to get rid of that last Apple. It's up 70%. That was nice. Yeah, I sold that. All right, premiums are picking up a little more. It's crazy. Put premiums are still down, but from the top, they're about 30, 40% now. And then even then, from here to here, put premiums just went up 20%, even on the out of the money. So, yeah, you got another little quick move. Now, but look, Dow is up. This is a rotation day for now. I don't want to put it and say like, yes, it is, but so far it's looking very rotation-y. So watch out for that. Hold on. That candle's already killing preems. So be mindful. Again, I do think individuals. I sold out of the Apple. Dollar General on the high. What's going on with this? And then Tesla's already coming back down. Oh, damn. NVIDIA's really flushing. Now they're down 3. So that is not eased up. XLP still up there. SPY is literally right at open. Coca-Cola now going. Excuse me, that's another staple. Bitcoin down. I don't like the currencies. I think a lot of interesting currency moves. Honeywell, Kroger, UPS. All of these are, all I'm seeing is value names going up now. So for now, staples are doing it except Walmart, which we saw a couple weeks ago. And then VIX is coming back up. I believe the premiums are still down though. Actually, no, VIX. I'm break even on my fucking UVXY. That's crazy. So yeah, they have a little bit of time, but you'd think they'd decay. But given the actual volatility, I'm surprised these are still holding up. So watch out for that. Bonds are starting to move. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, they're moving. Dollar Tree had news earlier. Verizon now on the high. That's another value name. No. All right, SPY going down again. China dropping. USTR held candid discussions with China's vice premier. Interesting. CF. Okay, bonds even going down. USTR expressed serious concerns about China's trade policies. So now you're getting USTR trade news on China, but just that they met sounds kind of negative, but I do think this is just kind of natural. VIX picking up. So now you're back to 57.69. This isn't that bad. This is literally where you spent most of your time yesterday. So on every single hour of the day, you were kind of flirting with 576, 5679 or 5769. So we'll see. Going down a little bit lower. Yeah, China names are starting to get mollywopped. Again, value is doing great. So this isn't, look, like we're talking about right off the bat, this is a little different, but you are getting a rotation. So don't be fooled. You're watching value names, some more than others. You could have just went XLP. Those would have ended up hitting, but most of the individual names should have had something. They all have the same chart. So keep that in mind, though. I wouldn't panic just yet. I think you're getting a little bit more of the trade uncertainty, but now literally you're playing this dynamic of staples getting bought up, and then you're kind of selling a little bit of what you had yesterday. Constellation on the low. Again, there's SPY at the bottom. Yeah, China's getting dumped. Kroger. I just like the value, though. I think any value, if we keep getting this, you're going to like it. Baba's on the low now. Yeah, watch if China gives it up. And then NVIDIA, that's not helping at all. Again, they had the bad news already. TSM flushing now. Yeah, I think all the chips. Yeah, look at AMD. Damn. What? Yeah, this has to be a giant ass rotation. What the fuck is this? Do you see this? I don't think I can't remember the last time I've seen any. That looks straight volume sells from the jump. All right, more K-Web. IDF struck Gaza, launch sites fired at Israel. All right, makes another set free. All right. Word up. Word up. Yeah, it is a rotation. I mean, there's some value names doing very good right now. Pepsi's killing it. Coca-Cola. Colgate a little bit. All right, more Pepsi. Damn, SPY, bigger flush. Oh, man. I made 2 sets of puts free already, but they all going crazy now. Fuck. But, yeah, that's starting to really, really go. All right, bigger move. You got other names going up, though. So you are getting full rotation right now, but that just wicked you down. NASDAQ almost down 1. T-Mobile popping. What are they doing? They just dropping bids on shit? Smucker's on the high. Yeah, UPS. No news on any of this. No. I mean, you just got comments from USTR and China, and it sounded a little bit negative, but I don't think enough to cause any of this. All you had was the Trump tariffs, and then you are going to get another, you're probably going to get another set of stuff as we start getting through the day. I'm expecting one more Trump surprise. Robinhood flushing. Bitcoin. All right, volume's picking up a lot here at the low, though. So watch out. We're either going to flush or bounce. 57.65. This was the low of yesterday at the beginning. So if we break below here, you're going to go 57.16. It'll probably be another 5-10 point flush. And then, sadly, like 58 to 47. That is on the calendar. I don't know if that's what you call it. All right, not bad. But yeah, a lot of puts just went 40 to 100% off the morning. So if you grabbed them early and held, you did good. But I already made mine. I made mine free way too early. Tesla's tweaking out. Microsoft, Nvidia, still at the low. Dude, AMD looks insane right now. It literally just gave up that whole rally almost in 10 minutes or an hour. This amount of just straight liquidation looks insane. And then meanwhile, you got some names just going straight up in terms of greens. Yeah. So you are getting that staple rotation a little lower. All puts up 50 now. I don't call out what I buy. No, not anymore. I did for about 5 years, and then people got really weird with me. So now it's reserved for the stream alerts. You've asked that multiple times, though. So stop making a scene about it. You'll be good, bro. You'll be good. Oh, shit. Did it make it free? Yeah. Fuck. All right, I made a staple play free already. We grab one in the morning. You could get the stream alerts in the first link. TLT, bro. Look at Tesla, SPY, the Qs, and now the VIX, bro. We got the VIX green. I have my VIX play working. I can't believe that. And then value's already up. I whiffed it on SPY puts by selling early, but not too bad. Yeah, Tesla just dumped fat. And then look at bonds. So if you really get weirded out, you could either go buy staples, buy the bonds, or even if you try to short, SPY puts are literally up 80% from the morning. I just made a play here. They're up 80%. So now you got to be careful. So, and even the VIX is up. I think staples, and then staples are up 100%. Sadly, I think TLT is the only play right now left that's not up within 100% in the first 20 minutes. Puts are up 70%. Value stocks are up 100% on options. So, yeah. No, they just moved it quick. You started off cheap, and then that quick move just launched everything. Oh, you could get shy, too. All right, SPY there at the bottom. We got one more free put to hold. The VIXs went up. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm actually surprised. Watch Apple. I already got rid of my Apple, so. And then Cigna on the high, Elevance, and Molina. So hold on. Something's going on here with these insurance companies. Canadian Prime Minister Carney says partners in Asia that share our values don't include China. Need to be very careful about doing trade with China. Oh, where is Bobo? Okay, SPY's trying to hold up, but watch if we. So this is either gonna bounce back up, and then you do the open dance, or we're gonna do sell off, bounce a little, dribble back down, and then we're going to keep doing that stair-stepper down. I hope that makes sense. But you've already broken the first set of levels that I've given you. Now 57, 57, like I'm saying, about 47 to 42. That'll be your next zone. Then 24, and then 56, 50. I mean, there'll be some spots in between. Okay, there's bonds. Still, damn, TLT getting another one. It's an interesting day, but I hope you were prepared. We talked about the rotation that hit. So I hope that you got some there. The puts were just a matter of kind of being there, but at the same time, I think the rotation, that's why I don't get fooled. At the end of the day, you know, Dow is still green. Russell's barely red. You know, there's a lot of names that just really ran off that. Now some of them are coming down. How long do I plan on holding my UVXY? I'm going to time you out so you could go watch the watch list from when I bought the play, and you will have the full plan on that watch list. So I'll give you 24 hours to find that one out. No, Carney, maybe that's why Canada. I don't know, man. The currencies, Mexico down, Canada up, Euro. And we're just still chilling. So 4 minutes, again, like I'm saying, we either do the opening bounce or we come back lower. And we do the stair stepper where all these little bounces don't give you much, and then you start getting chopped away. All right. And then we got most of the data, so you're not going to be getting much. And then I think I'm expecting one more Trump and Rooney. Is that reason? I did it on E-Trade, actually. So, I mean, it's up to you. I think you could trade fast on TD Ameritrade too, but it just comes down to, those plays aren't going to happen all the time. It's just kind of being ready for when the opportunity shows up. CBO says U.S. Treasury risks payment default as soon as August. What? So they're doing the little debt ceiling things again. Watch gold. I remember last time gold started running on those headlines. SPY pop in. U.S. government could face default risk as soon as August without debt ceiling increase. And now SPY's running. Watch gold on that. Gold's actually going down, surprisingly. Market said default risk. We love it. Great. That's what we needed. LPG. All right, TLT's already fading, so watch out for that. That was the only real other fear play. But if we start bouncing, TLT goes down. I don't value might even go down too, or it'll hold up a little bit. So just watch out for that. Where's Bitcoin? And then Euro didn't move at all. You're 10 points up from that low. Bitcoin bounced off 87. But you're still kind of dancing here, so watch out, because now bonds and SPY, they are actually kind of matched. Bonds are leading a little bit lower. So we'll see. Gold usually goes up on the default risk. TLT, it kind of moves up a little bit with it, but I really remember gold. It was around March 2023, or like beginning of 2023, I think was the last time we dealt with this. BV, AT&T, Verizon still. Coca-Cola still up. We got the Pepsi. Okay, SPY coming back down. Latest headline was the CBO saying default risk. Again, they do this every time there's the debt ceiling. They're just saying based on the money we have, this is where we'll pretty much run out. Yeah, Baba in China. I mean, some people were saying China correction the other day. Oh, Procter Gamble. I wanted those, but those are expensive in the morning. The other ones went up. Okay, SPY's still a little bit lower, so watch out now. You're not. This is what I was saying. If you don't get the little bounce back up, we're going to start doing these little dribbling and then maybe take another step lower. But as long as you don't break 5,700, there's just a lot of room below there. So we'll see. Made the UVXY free go work. If you average that, that was fire. But yeah, I got in a little higher. I'm only up 10%. I guess I can make it somewhat, but I'm going to ride. I'm going to ride a little bit. You're still been 10 minutes here at this low for now. Couple other names, high-low ticker, pretty balanced. Dow, still the only one green. Russell barely red. And NASDAQ is down by 0.9. Let me get you a market checkup. It's been 30 minutes. All right. Dow Jones, 23 names in the green. Shout out your rotation. 7 in the red. NASDAQ 100, 45 green, 56 red. So NASDAQ's 50-50. And then SPY, 369 in the green, 133 in the red. Everything's green. So NASDAQ struggling a little bit, but it seems like mostly everything is green. I don't know. All right, I'm going to sell my last free put. I'm going to just ride out the UVXYs. Or maybe I'll give it one more minute here. The next one, because I have the TLTs. Or the UVXY. Yeah. All right, I'm getting rid of that final free put. It went up 100%, so why not? NVIDIA red. Tesla's about to flush. Or maybe I'm too early. Geo, prison stock. Geo's actually running. What's going on with that? And then banks. Hey, yo, Geo up 2.5%. There's not really. They're all doing a quarter on the options. It's a little tricky. I don't know where. I think equal weight is up. You have more names that are there. Yeah, Geo's moving big. 2.5%. Moving like they got news or probably more, what's his name? Michael Burry. But I can't, there's no good options on that. They're all about 20, 30 cents. There was none of the cheap ones that you could have snaked yet. So that's all you. TNXP on the high. SPY still a little lower. PayX. All right, Tesla and NVIDIA both going into the low. SPY is holding up. Again, more names are green right now. Dow and the value names are doing a lot better, but it seems like you're just getting clapped by a couple of other ones. Trump says we need Greenland for international security. Trump says we have to have it when asked about Greenland. We got to have it. You need it. Trump says he doesn't think people of Greenland are uneager. So Trump is talking now. So get ready. You might get some other statements. All right. See, yeah, there you go. Now you're starting to flush a little bit more. Yeah, I don't see any True Social, so he's talking somewhere. But yeah, he just made a comment towards Greenland. And then that's it. Greenland and what else? No, just Greenland and security. Okay, you just flushed again. Nvidia and Tesla led the way. Bonds, no new reaction. So SPY's the only one that advanced. Actually, you were lower earlier, but you pretty much retested the 57.55. Notice, do you guys realize this is the 200-day moving average, right? I don't know if you guys recall, but that is where you are at right now. Guild. All right, yeah, now the VIXs are climbing a little more. Again, value's still up there. Let's see where this takes us. But, dude, you're still holding the 200-day moving average still. So, yeah, you are just hugging this point. Again, bonds didn't move on that. Tesla, Nvidia, that's what's going there. Trump is talking now. So he said something about Greenland and security. That's the literally your latest real-time update right now. 5759. Again, high ticker still kind of gassing. Your bigger tech names, that's what's holding you down. Yeah, Pepsi still up there. My goodness. VVPR McDonald's now. Oh, shit. McDonald's is an interesting one because we've seen that one even like underperform with value. So, again, still holding this 200-day, dancing around a little bit. Ukraine Foreign Ministry says Russia is unable to manage Zaporizhzhia plant safely. Again, Archite, a couple more values on the high still, but low ticker. Now you got Intel. That's on the low. So watch if you get more chip pain. AMD, Nvidia, all of them are already into the low. McDonald's and Broadcom. All right, you just slash premiums there a little bit more. Bonds going back up. The news was just Greenland security. I don't think that's the news, but that was literally your latest update. Otherwise, today you had copper tariffs. That was brand new. And then just more of this, again, back and forth uncertainty on what we're really doing here. There's Cigna. Again, Cigna, UNH, Elevance, all of these healthcare companies. Dollar Tree came back up after being down. Damn, that went down to positive on that. And then Nvidia still flushing. Tesla still into the low. NASDAQ is down over 1% right now. And then the VIXs are still climbing. My goodness. Again, this is the 200-day moving average. You guys, I hope you recall that. We brought this up yesterday, but, you know, I think it's like, what, 574 exactly? Yeah, this is like straight up the 200-day. I guess that's where you're wicking to. Maybe I'll keep that one up. VVPR, I've seen that a few times. Damn, those premiums are still going. Okay, Nvidia at the low. Nvidia just gave up, what, 3 weeks right now? It's actually kind of crazy. And then, yeah, SPY is still just flirting with this level a lot. Oh, did I get the right one? Okay, good. All right, the VIXs are still up, bro. U.S. may not account for all non-tariff barriers. CNBC. That sounds positive, but there's something there. But yeah, you're starting to move up. But yeah, again, there's CNBC. U.S. may not account for all non-tariff barriers.
roughly from, call it a down to 103, 104. We actually think it's probably gone too far, and you need earnings to deliver in Europe, right? And so if earnings are delivering in the U.S., they're not delivering in Europe, regardless of defense spend, regardless of even some of the news coming out of the U.K. this morning on, more robust welfare spend and all that stuff. I mean, there's spend going to happen there, but it needs to transmit itself into the fundamentals.
What about the idea?
Hey, you're right below the
that
200. Bonds
we're
came
in the
down, but
transition
remember, last
period,
time
as we were
that
just talking
happened,
about,
equities didn't
federal
necessarily
spending
move.
cuts, tariffs and rebalancing of trade, all the stuff I was just talking about.
DG on the high.
How long does that take?
Okay,
that
bonds
period
still more
where
going
you
lower.
looked potentially to the other side, where those investments ultimately are pro-growth and worth it.
How long does it take to run
there.
through the supply chain or the value chain? It's probably at least, fourth quarter of this year and maybe first quarter of next year. I mean, in a lot of ways, if you want to compare.
So is that how you should think of growth this year? We know it's going to be a weak first quarter because there's been
Bro,
some
this
tariff
is odd.
distortions. Second quarter probably too.
It's been about
And then?
20, 30 minutes almost, and you were
weak on
just
growth,
saying
but not
mad
necessarily
pinned
weak
in
on
the
earnings.
first hour of the
Okay.
day.
So we still think earnings.
So
will
again,
deliver.
lately on these
But
mornings,
the narrative has
you're
shifted
kind
in
of
the
just
sense
making
that
your first
Europe
move
has
in
now
the,
become the U.S., right?
you know,
US
straight up, straight down,
exceptionalism.
but you just
Everybody
got
loves
pinned.
Europe, and we've pushed that trade, and the U.S. has become in large part Europe, right? Because we're
Supreme
concerned
Court
about
upholds
tariffs, we're
Biden
concerned
rule
about fiscal
requiring
contraction
serial
and all
number
this
checks
stuff
for ghost
in the
gun
narrative,
kits.
right? And in some of the positioning, and we think that's overblown at this point. We actually think the markets can rally from here, right? And hence our targets. And we think fundamentals can actually deliver. I've got my eyes close on April 2nd, and I think
When
what will
was the
matter there
last
is the
staple
autos,
day?
pharmaceutical, and semiconductors. If you add those three industries together alone and look at the amount of U.S. dollar imports, it's $1 trillion of our $4 trillion imports. So it's 25% of our total imports. So to the degree to which there's meaningful increases in those industry or sectoral elements, I think is a wild card here that we have to pay attention to.
The only last thing I'd add is the corporate commentary we're going to get on Q1 is going to come days after April 2nd. I mean, these CFOs are going to be commenting.
Trump
in
says
real time.
making great strides on
What I think you'll see
Russia-Ukraine
is not
talks.
necessarily that impact in real earnings, but you'll see it in pullback in one.
Okay, staples are still running though. So again, these are names going up. The high ticker's holding, but it's not the names you want.
Market's still resilient, although we do
In the
think
video,
the employment
115
rate
still.
is up to 4.8, so just under
4.8.
4.8, yes. And we're on the high side of that for this year, but we see that coming through in growth slowing at the economy level. Obviously, some of the federal layoffs.
Yeah,
We just think
Riley,
companies are gonna
they
be
did some
reticent
bond
to
or
wanna
something today.
robustly higher in that environment. So it's
They were
not
one of
so
the
much look at
pre-market
these
movers.
massive layoffs. We
Hasbro
just
on
think
the high,
higher
and
earnings are
Verizon
gonna be-
again. Look at
We'll
staples.
see what we get in a few weeks once these earnings start rolling in. Talk soon. Thank you.
Thanks,
Daryl
Carl.
Cron.
The Congressional Budget Office just out with a new report when it comes to the debt ceiling.
Yes. All right, I don't know where that one headline came from, the non-tariff barrier one, but you moved around a little there. Bonds dropped a lot, but again, equities, you got a big movement, aka rotation, because again, staples are going straight up. You're watching all these names move. Bonds are moving, but the indexes, you haven't seen a day like this in a while. That's why I was just going back, and I'm trying to see. More flushing, Tesla and NVIDIA. Watch if the staples finally come down too. All right. UPS, again, more value still. Yeah, the Qs are going up now. All right, there's your flush. 57.55, you are in the low of the day. So technically you did not break that. Like I'm saying, 47. So it's pretty much another 10 points lower. And then you're going to flirt with the 200-day average again. That'll probably be the main one. Yeah, making everything free, it's not bad. I mean, you're going to just go through, making stuff, selling them too early. That's kind of what I've been doing, but yeah. Not bad. UPS taking off. They're up to, again, you could throw that to the value sector. Yeah, I mean, that was the last time we had the rotation. It was yields down and stocks down. or yields up and stocks down. All right, hitting a new low there. It's still moving very small, bro. So, again, now you're starting to really flush. Other calls dropped about 20. The VIXs are really picking up now. So you're starting to get that, and then value is still moving. A little bit of row. Again, bonds led the way, but this is now, again, where it's getting weird. They're both doing that. Trump ends interview with Vince Cogliance. I didn't know they had an interview. Who's that? LMT next leg. TEM on the low. Again, Tesla, NVIDIA. NVIDIA's actually kind of holding. Yeah, TM's down 4. And Dollar Tree still going. Watch, bonds are near the low. So that one's getting on. So now you only have UVXY and puts that are working. Like I said, I made a TLT move to get insurance, but it is it's not playing along. So that one's interesting. Now you're picking up a little bit more, less names on the high. You are going down a little bit. All right, calls down 20. That other put would have been good, but I do like the VIX. So take that for now. XLP is really going. And again, if you have the individuals, I already made one free, but like Pepsi and Colgate, there was another one, MO. Yeah, they're all starting to move. Again, SPY still holding them. You got the pressure. I think this was everybody adding to the, because again, it was first Tesla, NVIDIA, and the other like 50% of the NASDAQ, but now I think they're all getting that. And then you have value just going straight up. Again, more healthcare on the high, SPY 572. So 57.50, give it about 3 more to 8 more points, but 3 more points, you'll get a little bit of resistance. VIX is still climbing, and Dow is still green. Russell's down a third, SPY down 0.4. Since that break, you've moved about a third on the NASDAQ. Okay, now the bonds are going to start moving here. Watch what happens. T-Mac, what up, baby? Good morning. Okay, more VIX. Those Pepsis, bro. Yeah, it's working. We got a UPS call. I like those. Oh, I like. All right, there's NVIDIA now. More flusheroonie. 572. Again, Verizon, that was another one. Dow's on the high as well. So these are all value names. Nothing's moving in currency land. So right now, I do think this is just U.S. equities. You still are, what, an hour, 2 hours off of Euro close? Bonds are not moving, though. So now you're either SPY puts, VIX, or go buy value. Until that works. Okay, still going. This, you have half a point. So if it doesn't stop here, then it could get a little bit more active. I think next spot will be like 36 all the way down to like 17 or 24. The yellow line is the 200-day moving average. So again, that's where we were. That's why I was saying, I was wondering why we were staying pinned right here, because that's kind of unusual for the morning. You usually have a lot more like excitement, but I was wondering why, and then I turn it on, and sure enough, it's there. No, you're not red for no reason. You got more tariff surprise with copper. People are still anticipating it. Again, I don't think the Russia-Ukraine stuff is playing out the best, but I think it's the general aura. You know, we're still holding that 3 days of bounce, but the general vibe of, you know, tariffs and Liberation Day coming in, not to mention all the wicked price movements leading up to it. Pepsi again, XOM, Verizon. Value's loving it, bro. So let's see. But watch out now, because now if we get back up here and you don't advance, you might spend the next 3 hours just staying down, like, but just not moving, kind of like yesterday. Or not really like yesterday, but in the sense where you could waste a lot of time, bounce up, and then premium. So staples, rotation, individual names, I think you're going to get hooked up. Why? Because they're already doing it. Apple. Yeah, Apple off the bottom. I'm glad we sold that while it was green. They went red. Yeah, NASDAQ's down 1.3. Bonds are just tweaking. Okay, so what? You got to get out of here, but it's not over. Not at all. So again, like I'm telling you, you bounced off the 47, just right below it. So you still could go a couple more points, but we'll see how it plays out. EA pop. I don't even, is that considered a value? All right. CNBC at New Georgia plant for what? They just said something with, Kashkari, we made a lot of progress. Still more work to do. Job market stayed strong. Biggest challenge is to finish the job. Kashkari policy uncertainty is complicating the Fed's job. Colgate Palmolive. UVV, Universal Corp. Okay, you're bouncing again, but sadly, even if you get back up here, you're going to have to deal with this. I think you just got to get above the 200-day. Otherwise, we could spend some time burning some time. Okay, bonds are tweaking out again, and you have a big bond auction later, 5-year. That's also coming up. I need to check the put premium. The VIX is up now, which is odd. So we're back to green on that play. That play should have been wiped. But the SPY plays were cheap in the morning, the puts, and now they're up like 100. They're starting to drop now, but generally praying about like 50 to 70% higher. Binance got hacked? I didn't know that. My goodness. Yeah, Kashkari's talking now. All right, SPY's still going up, but I hope you're patient. I hope you're patient. It's value rotation for sure, though, today. So we were talking about that in the morning, and we kind of had an idea, but, I mean, looking at how everything just traded, I think it's kind of obvious. Yeah, hold on. That's honestly, it's kind of a weak bounce. You just hit the level, you're back up. But yeah, and then it sucks because nothing else moved on it. So currencies, all that. If you do get a currency signal, that will be big. But we're yet to get one. Okay, so now VWAP is below the 200-day. High tickers trying to pick up on the short term, but the last 5 minutes still, you have that pressure. Value still doing its thing. Tesla getting another candle. NVIDIA holding 115. I can't believe it. NVIDIA gave up 3 weeks of that gain in today. AQB, small cap running up 77. Jake from State Farm. What up, baby? Good morning. Good morrow. Shot at the chod. All right, I need to go to the bathroom. It's been what? It's been an hour, man. So good morning. Hope you're feeling good. Bonds and stocks together now, but I think we're going to have a weird one, boys. Been shout out to value. Those already hit. So God bless America. Shout out to the vets. I only have commercials, so I hold on. Crude inventories minus 3.3 million. Estimate was 1.97 gain. Oil has to move wickedly off of this. These oil numbers look crazy. Am I tripping? Yeah, it's coming down a little bit, but it looks like you had a big draw on oil. Gasoline minus 1.4 million. Estimate was minus 1.5. That one's not bad. The crude just looked crazy. Philip Morris on the high. Broadcom moves a lot. So I've watched that the last couple of days. You might be able to get a flip low key, but it's expensive. It's not cheap and it's volatile. It does look very similar to yesterday. Just kind of a little bigger off the morning, but you're kind of doing the same dynamic. That's what I'm kind of worried about, because then it's not. Yesterday was calm. It felt like you were doing something, but you really didn't. So if we get that calmness, I mean, yeah. Whoop. Could be a reload for the downside. So if you really wanted those puts, I mean, it's all you, bro. At least you're going to get them a little cheaper, but this, I don't think you've really changed much from here. Premiums got slashed 7%. That wasn't even like at the low, they were down 20, but now, again, puts, call, premium, they're all moving around. So make your mind up. Broadcom's moving. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Follow me on Instagram, at The Trading Fraternity. Real Coat News on Twitter. And good morning. Happy Wednesday.
Too, with that is how you think about where you put your resources, your people and your investment. You have to align with your customers. You got to focus on the things that matter most, and you got to move things away that don't.
You mentioned sustainability.
Yeah.
I see that Ethisphere chose you as one of the most ethical companies. Does that still matter?
It does.
Those things still matter?
They do matter. They do matter. If I think long term, so think a decade from now, do we think we're going to be acting in a way that's more sustainable or less sustainable? Well, we know we need to act more sustainable. Everything we do in the economy to connect to that circular economy, I think it matters. And I think ethics really matter. I was talking offset to one of the folks here at Bloomberg, and we were talking about trust and performance. And I think when you combine trust and performance at the same time, you build a great organization.
Andrew, I feel like you have a really good pulse of how corporations are feeling out there, just considering the breadth that you deal with. There has been this thought that some companies are starting to pull back, that at least some of the softer data shows concerns among consumers. Are you seeing that at all? Has there been a shift to start this year?
There has, and I think we have to be fair about that. We see that in our data, you see it in the consumer data that's coming out, but it's not something I'm worried about long term. I think for us, we make decisions in decades. If you think about building a mill or building a box plant or those relationships you have with a customer, those are decades long. We have to think that way. Yes, there's some turmoil right now. There will be some turmoil right now. We're seeing it in our numbers, but we'll push through it.
So the tariffs, that were first announced on Canada and Mexico had to be a shock to you as well. And now we're looking at
do ethics
additional
matter?
Tariffs on China and potentially reciprocal tariffs against Europe. How does that affect your business specifically?
Well, it does in some ways and it doesn't in others. And so we don't do very much that actually goes across borders. There's very little of ours that go across borders, but it does impact the overall economy, number one.
Okay, so now you're back to the flush. This time bonds
so we're watching
are back to the prior level if they want to inverse.
What's happening to inbound
See, so now bonds are the weirdest part of today,
to
honestly.
build steel mills, and these are projects that take time and money. As a CEO,
build paper mills.
Paper mills, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Paper mills.
Lots of steel mills.
Wow. Steel mills. That would be interesting.
Merc on the high.
I know that's not included in the transformation plan. Paper mills. Thank you, Andrew and Matt. As you're building more paper mills, do you look at the current set of uncertainties and do you delay Capex at all? How do you think about spending right now?
We are not. We are not delaying Capex. Actually, when you asked about the biggest things we have to focus in on, those two things around focus on the customer and getting our asset allocation correct.
Well, yeah, it's bonds because, like I said it this week, we were at the level. So if you break out of here, there's going to be a lot of, people, if you don't want yields to go lower, this is where you add the pressure. Both vigilantes, the uncertainty, and then again, the data. That's what we were talking about yesterday. And this is where I really hope you guys watch yesterday's watch list, because I encourage you all to get educated on the tariff topic and kind of display that intelligence. Otherwise, Wall Street's going to make the decision for you, because this is weird. You have high uncertainty. You get certain sets of data. You have one set of people saying it's good, one set saying it's bad. Again, even myself, I'll be telling you it's good, it's bad. You'll think it's this. Hold on. ECB Holzman wouldn't vote to cut rates at next meeting. But I hope you get the point. Like, how are people coming to such wild or wildly different conclusions? And this is why. Literally, hard data and soft data is diverging extremely large. So the hard economic data, the bigger data sets that aren't based off of like sentiment or don't change, it takes a lot to change them. Those are all advancing. They're all going up. They're all holding up. But then you go look at consumer sentiment. Like I said yesterday, that consumer sentiment would have said there's a recession at other points. Soft data is collapsing. Meanwhile, hard data is actually advancing or staying up. And that's where you're getting a very wild difference. And then, like I told you, Wall Street right now, if you think we're just debating inflation, you're wrong. I hate to break it to you. That's what I'm saying. They're getting ready to hustle everybody. Because before you know it, then after Liberation Day, what they're going to start doing is they're going to be like, well, it was the rate, actually. Or it was the fact that there was this one carve out and then this. That's why we think it's now good, or now we think it's bad. Point is, the less you understand, the more likely Wall Street is going to make the decision off of a very minute detail. And that's unfortunately where I think we're headed. So it's kind of like moving the goalpost, but just people don't understand it. And I think a lot of people are in the middle of the uncertainty, and like half of it, you're like, wait, why is it good? Why is it bad? I thought it's bad. I thought it's good. And like, I'm telling you, I could show you everything. I could show you one set of the data looking terrible. And you have to acknowledge that. I'm not ignoring it. I'm just noticing both are existing at the same time. And that right there is I think, a big testament to the volatility that we're going through right now and the uncertainty. But there is a wide gap. And then, dude, we're doing the pin again. I don't like this in the morning. This is mad wild. You're literally making one move for 5 minutes and then pinned for another 20. But again, it's bright and early right now. It's only 7:30. We've only been here for an hour. What's volume looking like? Oh, wow, very low. 8 million. Pfft. Oh, yeah. AAP. Yeah, last time consumer sentiment was this low as 7.1. I need to get you the stat, but it's like anytime the conference board drops below a certain level, there has been a recession. So it kind of like the Philly Fed back in the day. It doesn't cause a recession, but anytime there was a recession, sentiment would be that bad. And that's what I'm saying, shout out GK, because you don't need to. I'm not trying to ignore this stuff I don't like. I hope you guys realize that. I'm telling you, the odd part is that all of these are existing in the same space. You're watching both good and bad data at the same exact time. You're watching one set of data pull to the low and another set of data pull to the high. And that right there is where it's like, okay, that means the answer, we're going to have to pick it apart. And sadly, though, when it gets down to that, that's usually Wall Street just picking a random metric that they all decide is the reason why. I mean, again, you've witnessed this in the non-farms, the inflation, ISM. We've done this many times through the last the last couple of years, especially 22, 23. Check the chat facts. You didn't post the play. You just said we'll go lower. So, but good work. But nah, it wasn't there. It's good work, but wasn't there. It was ES Shorts. We'll post it next time if you want the credit. Amen. Even Fed Kugler. Well, no, Fed Kugler, shame on her. I actually liked her in the beginning, but I can't believe she went in front of the Latino Chamber of Commerce and told them to get worried about sentiment indicators. You know what I'm saying? And that after Jerome Powell and even the vice chair say those are all outliers. And then again, even Goolsbee right now is saying no more golden path. But like I'm telling you, the hard data is the exact same as when he was saying golden path. So that sadly, golden path, I gave Goolsbee his credit. He called it. If anybody called the bottom, it was him. But now to look back at it, I'm like, was this just propaganda? But sadly, yeah, it wasn't not good. Not good. Because again, hard data is the same. All right, you're doing the dance again, but... All right, you're doing the dance again. Oh my gosh, that terrified me. I don't know why that played. No, I know what the market reminds me of. I was talking about it with my girl because I was trying to explain it to her. So let me ask you guys this. Fed Kashkari, I'm uncertain about the effects of tariffs. I take it very seriously. The hit to confidence, the longer it lasts, the meaningful it is. Is that why you guys did all those targets? Okay. But I'll just tell you right now. Here it is. Have you guys seen the show White Lotus? Trump admin to end support for vaccine aid organization Gavi. You guys know the show White Lotus? I don't know. Some of you do, some of you don't. But this show, it had, and you tell me, you know how the show, it has like a weird anxiety. Like that show always feels like something bad is going to happen, even if nothing bad happens in the scene. I don't know if you've watched it. Can you agree? Like it always feels like there's anxiety. No matter what. Even if it's like a normal scene and nothing bad happens, it's like the way the music, the way it moves slow, all of that, right? That's the stock market right now is an episode of White Lotus. That's what it feels like. Because then something bad might actually happen. Or there's some moments you're like, something bad's terrible. There's a lot of tension and then nothing happens. And then you have these little groups of people that I think are funny and highlight a lot of irony. So yeah, the market right now, we are in White Lotus mode. That's my take. It's a lot of tension and there is some bad things happening, but then not all of it. Dollar Tree and Dollar General, we should have scooped those, bro. And then banks just ripped, and now they're coming down. Tesla had a nice bounce off the bottom. I think that helped with the market. NVIDIA bounced too, but not as big. I know I hate White Lotus. I hate it for that reason. Because you have to sit through it, and it's so like, but it's so boring, but it's not boring, but it is boring. It's just like the stock market. You know, I love it. So, yeah. I feel. Came in at the worst time. Nah, man, you're good. You build a long term right now, you're going to look back and be like, what? That's it. Trading is hard. And there will be great trades. Sometimes they'll be bad, but, you know, your trading, let that arrive when you get there. But above all else, you know, great opportunity to start a long term. You know, even from the beginning of the year, even right before, everyone tells you it's expensive. I've been telling you value for a while. And, you know, and those worked out. XLV on the high now. That's speak of the devil. A good time to buy multi-year stocks at the low. I agree. I agree, bro. And it's been a good time. Again, watch banks. They've been good. If SPY could break out here, but dude, this is also end of the quarter, I think, because you're getting a rotation. But, dude, this is so computery. It's not even funny. NVO. No, I want CL. Everything's still pinned. Again, the puts were cheap in the morning. They ran up. Calls went down a little. This is decaying calls right now. But it's not bad, but I think the final move is what's going to make it bad. All right, bonds back up. Okay, you're getting your flush. Let's see, I hit the SPY puts. I just took a loss on a SPY call. Those are the early. I think I'm just going to play individuals because those have worked out. I hit the SPY puts in the morning, but until those materialize, we'll see. But I like the individuals. We're going to stick there. And then the VIX is still up too. Baidu on the high. I sold those calls yesterday. Yeah, Baidu's actually really going. Yeah, and Baba a little bit. So some of that rally there had China. I don't know. I like the calls, though. AI trading could ruin the market? No. We've been AI trading for a while. Most people don't realize, like 60% of the market is just all algos, if not more. It's more in crypto. But yeah, it's already existed. NTR on the high. All right, I'm gonna reposition on that call though. I still like it, but otherwise, individuals, I think you're gonna do it. You're gonna have a way better time. Dollar Tree's still going, man. We should have scooped those. And all right, SPY went up. The premiums again. They already slashed them, but I'm going for tomorrow's too. But some of the premiums, they're not moving a lot. Like, we haven't really moved that crazy here. And then 5747, Mexico dropped. That was interesting. And then Bitcoin near the low. Canada's still there. Canada's doing good. Mexico bad. And now bonds, so see what happens here. And then Dollar Tree again. Just you, probably. The sound is working, I assume. Oh, GME on highs? I haven't looked at that yet. They were up a lot in the morning. Yeah, 15% on the Bitcoin news. For the past 2 months, you've been listening every morning. Let's go, man. We'll see. We'll see if you turn that to 10 years. Long term, woo! Merck on the high. Again, Dollar Tree. Now, bonds are breaking out. TLT plays are going green. So, dude, they're hustled on those. So now you're getting bigger candles on the bonds. They're still down more than the market. Or actually, it's kind of matched up now. But see if we do test the low. It's going to go 10 points at a time. So 46 to 42 or 47 to 42, and then the 20s. But we'll see. The premiums won't drop. Come on. And then there's Merck is really picking up. Made money on the FCX call out. Nice. Yeah, that was good. Way to think copper. You have to flip that one quick. GME on the high. Okay, that's bringing up the premiums, man. So just like that other day, the premiums are moving. You're just, again, if it stops and you don't get the follow through, that's where you're going to get clapped. Okay, you're going back up there. Maybe they just hustled me out of that. I wanted to double dip the call, but I'm down to way. If I miss it, I miss it. I went individual, though. So I have some individual names that will still account, but I wanted that SPY one. I just don't want it to be like yesterday. GME still going. Volume's coming in. Again, volume is very light here to start off the morning, too. Yeah, Bitcoin off the bottom as well. MasterCard now. Watch financials, too. Those could be a leader. Financials, Tesla, NVIDIA. And then, obviously, if the staples keep going, I mean, some of them, they are not stopping. Oh, bullshit. Yeah, those rocketed up the premiums. So now that premium, I only sold it for 20% loss. So I lost like $20. But, yeah, now it's only down 10. So the premiums are moving. You just need the follow through. You go down lower, you'll be down 30. It goes back up. There you go. You're going in Tesla 10K. Nice. How much is in your long term? Baidu was leading the way. You guys called that one out. That one's moving nice. Very nice, actually. All right. I'm mad now. Well, actually, they're not break even, but I should have held that call. Just like I should have held the puts. Wait, but if I held the put in the call, that doesn't make sense. So, yeah, but they're going back up. Little scammers. Let's see if I can get an individual one, though. That'll be a nice hit. Yeah, those are already starting to move. All right, we'll be good. So I missed out on the SPY. I think the other ones will do good, and you should have another 100% on the other value ones. Watch it flow. I wouldn't be surprised, but like I'm saying, the contracts will move. So you're moving, but if it doesn't follow through, so literally my contracts went from down 20 to literally break even. So they're moving, and then now it's back down. Now you're down 7%. And then if it comes back down, it'll be down 20. If it goes up, it'll go up another 10%. So it all has to do with whether or not you stop. Just like the other day, we saw a day like this where because some days the premium wouldn't even move, where you would go up and your contract would go down because of the hangover. That's not happening today. What's happening today is the contracts are moving up and down, almost dollar for dollar, depending on the delta, or how close further away it is to the money. But when it's all said and done, you just need the follow through. But if it stops and you go up and then it goes right back down, you're just going to go back to break even. And then if it takes another hour to do that, you're going to lose a little less value or a little more value. So it's a very interesting dynamic. But we did have some experience with this the other day. Pepsi and CL still there. Get through the emotion. I mean, I hit 200%ers or a 50% and 100%er this morning on the SPY. So you could get them. That's it. You just got to play it small, play it at the right time, and then when you notice what's going on, just walk away. That's what I did. I just took my little SPY loss. I went individual names. I don't care. You shouldn't either. I don't overstress yourself out. And like I'm saying, the knowledge, the info. If you could learn what the market's doing, you're going to have a little bit of an edge. And right now, the premiums are moving, but you just know there's not going to be follow through. So if you didn't grab the plays off the morning, the puts were really cheap. They paid you. But now it's going to be, I wouldn't be making plays thinking you're going to get a breakout or a breakdown. You should just be thinking of these little moves here, or like I'm doing, I'm saying screw the SPY. I'm watching a play. I have an idea, but I'm going to play Tesla, NVIDIA, all the individuals. I think you'll do a lot better there. And why? Because that's what we've learned on some of these days. Again, we learned about staples. We were saying it pre-market to literally right in the morning, and we made our move. I don't know. Do you guys remember me telling you within 2 minutes, I think I said I'm buying staples? And, that right there was another opportunity. But like I'm saying, don't get frustrated. See what the market is doing and adjust accordingly. And if you're able to do that with controlling the budget, not getting emotional, I think you're going to be a lot better. It was literally the morning quiz, yeah. And again, it was on the watch list, and you should be prepared from the watch list as well. So I could see how these markets get frustrating. I don't like losing. Again, I just took a loss, and then it went to break even, and now it's still down less than what I would have. But like I'm saying here, you got to pick up on it quick. And if you could pick up on it quick and adjust, it's not going to be as frustrating. But don't keep putting yourself in that scenario if that's the case. So keep hunting. You'll find a SPY play on the right move, but if it's not there, look the other way. Look to the individuals or look at something that you could benefit off of the smaller ones and not necessarily the follow through. The watch list is second link. Well, lately I've been selling. If I'm playing a daily or it has low time, I'm selling it. I'm not holding those like I'd hold other plays. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because if I think it's going to do 3 more hours and nothing, I could hold that play, but it's not going to work. It'll move up, and even if it gets back to my same price, then I'm going to lose money. So that's why I'm getting out, trying to reposition. We'll see. I mean, maybe we'll watch. So I sold my play for a loss. Let's see if I could double dip it at some point in the day for cheaper and better. But like I was saying here, I don't think it's going to, if we go up and we don't get follow through and then waste another hour, then it'll start to hit. But I think individuals are the move. Again, I've hit the individuals. All the value plays are doing great. And then I think you're going to have a better shot aiming 1 for 1 rather than trying to play the average of 500 names. Darling Ingredients up 2.9. No idea what this is. Looks mad liquid. Baidu again on the high. Yeah, Microsoft's working its way up. Apple wants to go. That's what I mean. Individuals, if these break out, we're going to be good. Or at least you'll get movements where the market will stay down or whatever it does. But these individuals, they can move on their own. So don't be tied up to it. See, look, that even made those SPY. Look at that SPY play now. It went break. Let me see here, though. Give it another 20. Well, yeah, the SPY plays are already moving less now. If I had 3 to 500K right now, if you never had that kind of money, you know what I'm going to say. You know damn well what I'm going to tell you. But if you just came into a lot of money and you've never handled that much money before, don't buy anything for 30 days. That's it. That's what I tell people, so you could get used to having the money and you could let all the bad ideas get out of the way. And be like, I should go get a car. I should start a business. I'm gonna start an inflatable Jerome Powell business. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I could invest in AI power centers because I'm gonna make and then I'm gonna make a podcast. So just don't, you gotta sit on it so you could get all these ideas out of the way. And then you're gonna make a bunch of new friends. Because if you keep going on the internet telling people you have $500,000, not everybody is Josh, and they're going to start being your friend about it. And then they're going to start being like, hey, have you heard about this SPAC? Hey, yo, have you heard about this? So then they're going to go through that. But first, sit on it for 30 days. Second, get a house. Always. Always. Because that way a house, you could light money on fire in the stock market and walk away with nothing. A house, it takes a while to lose a lot of money on a house. So if you get a good one, it'll protect your value, give you upside, give you good leverage. So, yeah. Crib, baby. Crib. Yeah, the plays are lower now. So I don't know, man. He's moving, but that slash, I guess it's the top of the hour. So top of the hour, they slashed the premium about 7%. So you lost 7% in that hour. Because like I was just telling you right here, 10 minutes ago, it had more value, but not anymore. Still up, though. It's still, but again, I would have still been down. I think individual names. I'm not really even hesitating on that. Like I'm telling you, SPY might get weird. Value plays hit right away. We were on the money on that. And I think individual stocks will give you movement. Just, again, 3% on Tesla, 5%, 4% on NVIDIA, AMD down 3%. Do you see what I'm saying? These have a lot more movement than a quarter point on the SPY fighting for pennies. You have way more dollar for dollar moves on these individuals right now. Do you do one-on-one coaching? I would argue I'm doing one-on-one coaching right now. If you're listening, that's it. So why are you keep asking me? Jeez, that's why I don't want to do one-on-one coaching. That's exactly why, bro. That's exactly why. That's actually the prime reason. I can't deal with people like that. And then you get the entitlement. And I noticed it, bro. And some of you, bro, some of y'all are serial complainers. You know that? Some of y'all, bro, serial complainers. I'm going to just tell you now. If I ever look up your name on the internet, or I go to your social media, and I see you complaining about 5 to 10 companies, not in a stock market sense, you have a problem. You are a Karen. Do you know that? I don't know if you guys knew that. No, bro. Because, dude, I've clicked on people's profiles who be, like, fucking with me. And then I see them, and they be, like, tweeting every little company. I Google their name. I see their Yelp. It's just habitual. just crying, and they looking for customer service to just complain to. And I'm like, oh, my Lord, forgive them, heal them. But yeah, so that's not, yeah, but I like this environment. I'll help you if you're here and you could engage in the community. I would love to walk you through anything you need. But yeah, we don't really have customer service. We don't have any of that. Bro, they're just pinning it. This is a weird pin, bro. Now, I can't remember the last 2 hours we've done this. 2 hours in the morning on a day with a lot of this. Even yesterday, got a little bit more. Oil's moving. Accepted offer in the less than 48 hours. Wow. On your first listing, too, baby. Woo. I love it. South Carolina got to be hot still. The yellow line is the moving average. Baba ripping and JD. Yo, China taking off now. China's recovered red to green. Baidu was the first one. You guys called that one out, but now look at Baba, K-Web, JD. They're all playing along. Oh, Pinduoduo lagging. Look at Yin's on the high now. I swear to you, 20 minutes ago, Yang was on the high. Well, I just want to get above here. I think you need to just get above the 200-day, or they're going to waste your time, burn the premium, and then launch it above the 200-day right at close. But, because again, if you close below the 200-day, then you're going to have more negativity coming into tomorrow. But then tomorrow, you're going to wake up to GDP data. So we'll see. We got a lot in store. But look, I'm glad with my decision of taking my little loss, because it was tempting. But, dude, they're just pinning this thing, unfortunately. So like I'm saying, individual names, I think you're going to do a lot better. China could have been one of those. I like Figs. I like the brand in the company. I just don't know about it as far as a company and valuation. But I know a lot of nurses, and I know a lot of them, they swear by Figs. And I think it's a good brand, but I just don't know how they perform. I haven't really looked into them as a company. I know how they make their money, but I don't know about their debt and anything else they've been doing. Tell me what's in store. China owned this store. Already own the land. No, you heard this shit before. It was 2018, making videos in the car. Now everybody got a lighter looking for some more. Sorry, I get excited. So 57.60, all right. Bow butt. I want Apple again, but I just know all the premiums are so high. See, that's the scam. I want that SPY call, bro. So if you have that SPY, the one I last took a loss on, just watch that one. I like it a lot, but I just feel like they're hustling. But look, bonds coming down, but last time I believed that, it hustled me. Bonds are not giving you the signal, and then now with currencies all dried up, it's kind of hard. Canada's going up, though, so that's kind of good. Baidu still. Okay, bonds down. Bonds are really going down now. Those TLTs work when they go up, but then they drop right away. Uranium. Again, China just ripped and then starting to chill. Sunrun. Is Dollar Tree and Dollar General still there? Yeah. All the values are killing it. Meta trying to climb. Meta, can't you see? Sometimes the long term hypnotize me. I just love your long term ways. Okay. CP's climbing up. Remember we had those other ones? Okay, starting to move up. See if everything goes with it or see if value kind of chills out. Honestly, I think we're going to move around, baby. So I'm going to get rid of my value plays from the morning. Literally 40% on Colgate, 60% on Pepsi. I had 120 earlier, but I'm out of those now. Let's just take the money and walk, and then we'll see. We could always reposition, but if you caught it off the morning, that was the move. Cascading lower. I mean, I think bonds are at a critical level because you could break this whole little 3-week rally, the best in the QT. But the weird part is last time you had the slowdown of QT like they did in June and recently, bonds did a lot better. But this time around, I think this is an interesting dynamic. But then again, we got hit with this volatility and then tariff day right around the corner. I think best case scenario, April 2nd is a clearing event. If we just get it out the way, have the action, and then everyone's like, you know what? It's not that bad. And then we're good to go. The Navy's going to decide on the 6th gen FAXX program? No, I did not. Who is, what companies are involved in that? Okay, bonds are the only thing kind of making these wild swings. I'm telling you, this is nothing. Like yesterday, it sucks when it does this, but like, bro, this range, this is a way bigger range because the morning yesterday, your range was half of this. But, like, dude, how small you're moving is wild. I'm looking at the puts are literally a carbon copy of the calls. So the same calls, same distance out of the money are literally inverse to the puts. It's actually wicked. So I caught the puts in the morning, and that's what was good. But now this readjustment, they're literally, it's the same thing. Like, the call you're looking for is priced the same as the put if it's $2-3 out of the way, if that makes any sense. So they're both kind of trappy right now. You just have to know where it's going to end up, but then at the right premium. Once again, individuals I think are going to be the answer. NOC, that's why I was saying NOC and all those. I like the defense. I've been noticing activity. So those could be good plays. I still like Boeing. NOC actually looks pretty interesting. Baidu 99. Bro, K-Web, China. That was a big flip-flop from the morning. They were down. They were not doing good at all. So, yeah, China, that was your only real big flip here so far besides value. Again, high ticker's getting some steam here. Nvidia. Okay, cup 3 candles down, 1 candle up. We chilling, baby. NASDAQ down 1, SPY down a third, Dow up a third, and then Russell down a little bit more than a quarter. Brent crude rises more than $1 as Venezuela's supply worries increase. Whoa, Capital One, MasterCard. You're doing it again. Yo, COF, MasterCard. Yeah, there's nothing cheap. That's it. No, they already moved. Remember, we hit those last time, but there's no glitches. There's a couple of them, but Capital One, COF, keep watch. I can't find a snake on that. TAL, yeah. Watch Capital One and MasterCard, though. Unfortunately, we hit those before on that news, but there was nothing. MasterCard didn't even move. It was Capital One. Or was it Discover? Yeah. And then SPY coming down. I can't tell. Bonds look like they're leading and following. It's just odd. But we're still doing this pin here. I mean, relatively for the last hour and a half, same price point. Not too bad, but very, very slow. Slow and tight. We're approaching 8:30.
Focused on the China market so far. They have global ambitions, and we'll see how far they take that.
Ultimately, it feels as though this is a rerun.
Okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. God bless America.
Solar, they've driven down the costs and the prices. But what does this mean? What's the implication for a U.S. competitor? Is it a bad thing? Got to be good for customers.
Yeah, those are very interesting parallels. If you look at EVs or you look at solar panels, certainly there are some negative implications for other countries around the world. It's not exactly clear how this is going to play out, though. At this point, they are driving down profits in certain areas of the AI industry, but they're probably shifting the competition to other areas like execution. Who can actually build the services to connect some of that AI know-how with corporate needs, for example, or consumer needs. And you're going to see a lot of innovation, certainly out of Silicon Valley and the companies that we were just talking about, and also out of China. Overall, it's probably good for the AI market. You get rapid commercialization of these services, you get lower prices, you get some robust competition, and that will probably lead to more innovation down the line.
And certainly, Apple CEO Tim Cook been going to that home of innovation of late at Hangzhou. Bloomberg's Peter Elstrom, we thank you so much. All things China. Meanwhile, coming up, advertisers reacting to Musk's power in Washington by returning to X. We'll talk about the revenue growth that the platform is expected to see. That's next. Meanwhile, check in on Microsoft shares. We're only off by 0.25%, not as much as the rest of the tech ecosystem. However, TD Cowen analysts are saying that the company has walked away from new data center projects in the US and Europe. Analysts attributing the pullback from an oversupply of clusters of computers that power AI. Remember, they sent shockwaves, TD analysts did, around Microsoft pulling back from data centers back in February as well. This is Bloomberg Technology.
Good. Perfect timing. They played that extra music at the background. Gave me some time. All right. Well, nothing moved too much. You're going a little lower. Bonds led the move down, but I'd be cautious of using them as a leader. And then you just had Discover, Capital One. We're not able to find a play on that one. Are banks coming down? Yeah, and banks were the leader. That's not good. So banks are one of the things that were up kind of with staples. Again, remember KRE, they did very good the other day. So, yeah, they're both still green, but watch those flip red. That'll kind of be like part of the staples there. I mean, healthcare is already red too, or was. Went green and about to go red again. Yeah, banks, right, again, JP Morgan just hit a high. And then bonds going to a new low of the day now. They're not rotating into tech. This is the weird part about today. Yesterday was a rotation into tech, but now today the Nasdaq's down 1 while the Dow is up. You know, staples are there. So yesterday, heavy rotation to tech. Today you walked it back a little bit, and then that's all I think we have until end of the day. You might get more wilder moves as we get closer to this end of the quarter. Coca-Cola sites involved in raids among secret targets of EU antitrust. Whoa, what? That was a drop. I don't know. It might come back down. The fuck? Bro, the EU is doing antitrust on Coca-Cola? They did a secret raid? That's an interesting one. Because that's staple today too, so it's value. Coke is just ripping off of that though. That was an interesting one. Yeah, Coca-Cola raid. That wasn't on my bingo card. All right, you're moving up here though, or value's moving up. Stocks are going down. SPY, and then bonds that flushed a little harder. No, I want the more defense. Okay, we're getting back down to the low. I mean, I got levels for you, but let's get through 52 again, and then 47. That was the first one. We undershot it a little bit. Okay, SPYs. This is back when that little rally started. It sucks though. Look, that's 30 minutes. So that's going to take another, by the top of the hour, options are at the same price, or the stocks are, your option will be down another 7 to 10%. A call or a put. That's what it's looking like right now. You went to your local taco shop and they had no Coke products? I mean, what are you saying? Are they boycotting Coca-Cola now? That'd be fascinating. China giving up the pop. A lot of pressure's coming in again, but individual name. But watch banks. I think if banks come down, that's going to add another signal here to the downside. But watch individuals. Tech didn't move as much on that. This is something else. Notice Google, Microsoft, Tesla. They just moved very different. Do you understand? Take note, this drop is very different than this drop. This isn't NVIDIA, this isn't Tesla. Something else is factoring into this one. All right, look at low ticker. You got way more names now. Dow just lost 0.1%. NASDAQ back below 1%. This is it. Only a few more levels here. You're getting now to the low. It's Dow. I know the Dow went down, but that's what I'm saying. I could just already tell this wasn't the tech going down. So this one was NVIDIA, Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, Google. This was the unwind of tech. This little drop was not tech at all. They're all still up. So literally, look at the screen right now. I'm going through them all, and you can see what I'm talking about. CHI, new drink at Costco? No, I haven't. I still want them Tajine gummy bears, bro. Okay, now Tesla's coming down. So watch, if you get big tech coming down, that's how we're going to flush. Hold the whatever's selling off now, then mix in NVIDIA, Tesla, then you're going to hit a new low. But other than that, let's see. But nothing's really changed, unfortunately. You're not really getting driven by a headline or anything of that nature. You're still just moving around with all this. So 5751, this was the last low, and then you flushed 5 points from there. SPSC. What is that? SPSC, decent pop, $1. comeback sell-off. I mean, again, I like some of the calls there, but I'm really just focusing on individual names for today. I'm just getting ready Thursday, Friday. I think we'll get a data move and then the rebalance, and I think tech stocks and staples will probably be the main two. So we'll see. All right, there's your low flush. Now bonds are stopping, but that's what you needed there. That killed the premium. That washed that premium that I got out of. So they played with my emotions for a little bit, but now it's 30% cheaper. So it's what we wanted. Okay, 572 now. The put premium, they're all moving exactly the same. It's inversing the calls. Again, I wish I held some of those puts, but I got the UVXY. You had an opportunity on puts. Now everything is just late stage. Yeah, I think it's the banks. That's what I'm telling you. I think banks started to slip a little bit more, and that's what kind of added to this. All right, what's the number? So this is still 47, though. So we're either going to bounce off of this or I think we go to, what, 37? 37 or 22 or 32. The yellow line is the 200-day moving average. So, again, everyone's been talking about that. It's kind of at an important level. So we are going to see here. 118. Oh! Bradley Frisell and the peach, baby. The market hits new lows. The peach hits new highs every day. Oh, let's go, Peach Nation. Head on a swivel. Amen. God bless America. God bless Peach Nation. Thank you, my friend. Bigger flush there now. Hot dog. Where was it? One. All right, I'm looking. I don't know if Treasury buybacks. I mean, you might get the pensions, so watch out for that. Again, the pensions, I think, are going to affect a lot of things, but we'll see. So 57.45, new low. Again, 42 now. That's going to be the one. 42 and then 37. So, yeah, 44. Give it a little bit more. Come on, it's fighting, and then bonds coming up. KPLT. Okay, there's the banks. Let's see what happens. Again, high ticker just is actually dry now. So look at Dow just gave up a third. That was not your big tech doing that again. So 57.42, that's the level you wicked into it. So let's see now. The next problem is going to be, do you dance? So you don't want to do the dance here at the low because then we'll spend another like 30 minutes there. There's NIVDA. Those didn't get cheaper. I have a SPY call now. Go one strike closer. That's the beauty about this. You could get the other ones really cheap, and then one strike closer now. Those fell, but I don't like this level as much. The Trump surprise, you already got it. It was copper tariffs coming sooner. There's going to be one more. I don't want calls. Listen, man. When has telling me what to do been a good idea? You know what I'm saying? Like, when have I been like, oh, man, I'm so glad y'all tried to influence my will? No. You're playing? No, I've had enough of you today, sir. You know? So you're gone. Okay? Stop fucking with me. Just do your own thing. You didn't post your play the first time. Don't tell me what to fucking play. Especially when I've done amazing. I don't want to hear it. Thank you. See, look, now I missed my 20% bounce. Oh, don't buy call. Look at that. Now we can't buy call. Look at that. See? Pfft. Are you kidding me? Fucking. Don't buy calls. Don't do this. Why are you telling me what to do? The fuck? Tell yourself what to do. It's crazy. No, I didn't like it, though. I don't like that level, but like I said, one strike earlier from the other one, that just gave you 10%. Well, it's not big enough. And then I like the individuals, but they didn't get cheaper. The timing of that was too funny. I mean, literally, it was funny because I said I didn't even want it, but he just wanted to talk. But be careful. I think we got that. If this isn't the dip and pop, you got one more. You get one more flush of premiums, and then that'll be the next one, probably. But I still want individuals. I think that's the money today. Leverage ETFs. I mean, here and there, it just all depends on the opportunity. I'm in VIX for the first time. I haven't done that in a while. Individuals? No, just what? Think about it. SPY's an average of 500 stocks. I think if you just go one stock at a time, you'll be better. So SPY's only down 0.5%. We had this talk when it was down 1/4, but I'm like, you can name 5 names that are down anywhere from 2 to 5% right now. Those will probably give you better dollar for dollar moves. So I made a play on an individual name. So meanwhile, while that option on the SPY was just all moving around, I got out of it. But that other play went down 10% and then goes back up to green. And then it has way more time. But individual names, I think you'll get more juice. Got to go near the money, though. The VIX play was on the watch list a couple days ago. So I'm not going to recap that. You're behind. NSC, dude, another railroad. As I was saying, those CPs came up. The premiums aren't climbing, but this stock is. Oh, Broadcom, I like that. Somebody in chat was talking about it. It's moved a lot these last couple weeks, and then now it's finally, like, it just swings. Actually, I can't remember the last time I traded Broadcom. Now that I think about it. Yeah, TLT, just like yesterday, I couldn't figure it out. And even today, it could be the quarter end, but I can't tell if it's a lagger or a leader, man. Very, very odd. Let's see. All right, Broadcom. I'm looking at those, and then SPY still coming back down. FRPT on the high. It's a reverse rotation. So that's yesterday we rotated into tech. Today you're rotating back to value. So that's why I think it's kind of confusing. Boeing says Korean Air finalized landmark order of 50. That's when we had the rumor on with Mr. J.D. Vance. Fresh Pet Tyson Chicken. Why is this thing popping? I guess you could consider it a staple. Yeah, TSN. All right. 57.40. Dude, you're hitting these levels perfectly. So again, next one's going to be like 37 if you break below, but then we might spend another 30 to 50 minutes. I think, isn't it? It's been the biggest egg drop or the biggest price drop on eggs in history. Did you know that? So they really took the eggs seriously. You know, because everyone was like, my eggs. I hate my eggs. They're like, you voted Trump for eggs. But they did bring the eggs down. Did I see the KFC commercial? I did. I only saw the KFC commercial because I saw the tinfoil first. And they're like, this whole time, KFC is trying to show you that they've been feeding you humans. KFC is cannibals. They've been trying to show you the Illuminati. And I was like, what? And then I saw the video and I was like, I don't know about that, but it's kind of a weird ad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, eggs dropped. I think even on the CPI, the egg prices went down. Went from 8 a dozen back to 4. Nice. That's good. Eggs, man. Eggs. Okay, you're back here, man. Unfortunately, just watch levels 37 if you flush. Otherwise, get ready for one of these. You're going to have a random pop in there. Maybe that was it, but I don't like this. I don't think you like it either, but you might do that. NVIDIA's coming back down, though, so watch this now. Because, look, if Tesla, NVIDIA, Apple, they're moving down now with this. So the first part was started by banks in the Dow. Now this second leg might get started by the tech stocks. So, again, NASDAQ's still the leader on the down, or to the downside on the day. Okay, Apple coming down. SPY near the low. Bonds came back up. The painting ad? Wait, KFC? I don't remember that one, no. NATO, a Pharaoh NATO means all allies are doing their fair share. MNDY? What's this? Mandy? Apple is kind of getting a big candle there. I just switched. Yeah, so Apple's selling off a little bit more. Yeah, pay for your share, fair, pay. More flush. This is just premium kill. This is just like yesterday with a bigger morning move, and then it's the reverse. Instead of rotating to tech, you are rotating to the staples. So I'm glad we got those off the rip. So there was the good part about it, but now we'll see. What up, Uncommon? How you living? How are you living, my brethren? I hope you're feeling good. Boop, 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 boop. It's not bad. Yeah, bro, look at Apple. Apple just took 50 cents down. And then JP Morgan launches embedded finance with Walmart. I didn't hear about that one. And then Coca-Cola's up from that, down on a non-news day. Yeah, every day has been no news. It's really just been this tariff back and forth, but just don't be fooled. You guys are going to get a fat volume increase in the next 48 hours. So Thursday, Friday, there's a lot of money that needs to come in. It may just happen all on Friday, but at the end of the day, I don't think we've really got much. The positive trade rumors are good, and yesterday we covered a lot of the main points, you know. There's probably like 6-7 things we're juggling right now. Well, yeah, you guys realize this here. So look, this 3 days of green, you haven't done that since February. So we're about to end March, and you have had in the last month and a half, you have not had 2-3 days in a row of green. China, India agreed to accelerate resumption of direct flights. Ukrainian reports alleged damage to fuel tank at Zaporizhzhia are fake. Or ba-da-ba-ba-bop. GDP was it was positive. It went a little lower. And then the GDP now, like the preliminary estimate, that's the one that flipped negative by Atlanta. But then again, it's from Bostic and all, like, just sadly, I think every Powell has a job he wants to keep. But I think the rest of the Fed people are delusional. That's why I'm saying I think it's time we go back. Let's rewind the clock a decade. And I don't give a shit what any of them say or do, because it's not, I don't think it's realistic. I think they go back to their job, talking to their constituents, but Powell's going to do whatever he wants. And I think Powell's a weird middle ground right now, but GDP forecast, anything coming out of a regional Fed, I don't think it tells us much anymore. Okay, so there's that low. We didn't hit the next level. You're retesting the 42 pretty much. So again, 37, another like 5 more points down if we flush, or you'll bounce and then kill more time. Better than the early? Yeah, I did. I showed you guys on the watch list the seasonality chart. And we talked about between last week and then April 15th, there's usually a 1% gain. It could happen in a weird way. And then I showed you guys the chart of, Where was it? It was where you were at in terms of March. So here was the last GDP forecast. That was the one we were just talking about. Yeah, I got to find the other one of where you're at. And then SPY still near the low. Oh, is this it? This is the one I showed the other day. There's a better one I have, but essentially it was this chart, starting from end of March for the last 5 years. There's one that goes back 20 years, but it's usually positive. But then again, we've seen other seasonal factors like that where this should be green and then it does the opposite. Right now you have too much volatility. I wouldn't rely on seasonality as the set-all be-all, because this is one of those years where pretty much it could be a toss-up. But generally, you have factors that go in your favor leading into it. And then, this is from the watch list last night. This is where you're at. So we have these next couple of days. This is Liberation Day. And then we see, but then this is how the tariffs played out last time. But then this time we have more uncertainty that's larger and faster than before. Okay, bonds down again. SPY dancing around a little bit too. I guess technically it filled that gap. CRVO, Cuervo, sell in May. Yeah, the sell in May, technically people usually just buy. So we'll see. But this year, I wouldn't put it in a box. All I know is that this is the third year after 2 historic years. Depending on what bonds and oil do, that should determine what happens. But at the end of the day, it's, what we're going to be dealing with. Anything can happen. This could be seasonals, follow exactly, or it ignores all of them. Just because, we're coming off of a lot. And that's why the history of it all, it does say many, many things for you. All right, coming back down now. So wait for 37. And then if 37, you'll go to 32. You just went down a little lower. And then, no, it's going to lead to like 21. And then maybe you fill the gap. But that'd be aggressive. Cruel summer. Bonds at the low, too. They haven't broken down. But again, there's a SPY going. Bitcoin. Canada, 57.40. Bitcoin is trying to run up. There's 39. So give it 2 more points, and then you might get your move, unless it gets, like, really aggressive. Oh, yeah. Bro, they're slashing some preems. I kind of like it. Tomorrow. 38. 39. Trump surprise copper tariffs. I'm surprised you guys didn't hear about it by the morning. What is it? J&J promising GMG treatment data? They didn't move. Broadcom flushing. Damn, I wanted those. I was looking at that, but yeah, Broadcom starting to sell. That's an individual and NVIDIA. So hold on here. Apple's about to go into the low. XLF, you bought 2 dailies. Good luck, baby. I would get an extra day, but good luck. I'm not too opposed to the idea. Yeah, what is that for lung cancers? Demonstrated survival outcomes that exceed AstraZeneca. All right, 38, 39, 33. Again, nothing moving in fucking currency land. Euro's slipping a little bit. Okay, that's a new low. We need a little bit more, and then we'll get to 37. 138. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. What time is it? It's only 8:50 still. It's not even 9. It's not even 9. All right. 5:37. We'll see. I like the Broadcoms too. I was going to grab those. But I'm kind of glad that I waited. I grabbed something else though. So let's get it. All right. Give it another 6 more points. You'll be at the next one. VIX is now above 20. Oh, that's why those plays are working. We're in the money. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was like, wait a minute. So I was surprised by that. But yeah, those are working now. So not bad. Bigger flush. MSTR holding. Bitcoin bounced, but now look, currencies are actually going. So literally you just took 5 more points off the level. So that right there. But that's what I was saying. Maybe the ones with tomorrow, they already took premiums down a little bit more. Well, it's actually not that bad. I'm waiting on one more. NVIDIA, they dropped. They hit a new low. This was banks, NVIDIA, and value still going again. So, yeah, you're still doing the rotation. Okay, that's your big flush of the day. Like, low-key now, this is kind of as big as the morning. You just did 50 to, that's 20 points. Yeah, give or take. It's about the same, 20. So now, 50-31, if you don't go, you might flush another 10. I hate to break it to you. So if this doesn't have like a little bounce and pop like this, you're going to go down another 10 points. 21 is the next level. So that one kind of picked up a little quicker, but see how that plays here. No, it looks hideous. This is like, it's small on the scoreboard. Clearly, you have a value rotation, so don't get that twisted. You definitely have other names that are going up. This is now started with tech, spread a little bit to the banks. Banks, literally, XLF is going red right now. You already had healthcare there, too. So you got to kind of balance that out. Yeah, if we held those initial puts, those should be up 200 now. But you got the UVXY, but we whiffed on that. But remember, too, the other days, I think value, and then by the end of the day, and then just watch these 2 little pretty lines. Dow Jones is red now. That's where this started. So everything was Dow was green, and then it just started to flip on that one. So watch out for that. On Monday, I think you're just getting... I think this is the early rotational moves ahead of Friday for the pensions. That's exactly what I believe is going on right now. That's why yesterday, big rotation to tech. Today, big rotation to value. Meanwhile, you're generally still kind of holding this range, assuming we don't give this up. So I just think you're getting areas and pockets with no news that are getting movement leading into the final move on Friday. Because, again, there's going to be a lot of volume. Bro, Broadcom, I really like those now. Okay, SPY going lower. Like I said, be on watch. You could go down another 10 points. Did it give up the pre-earnings? I don't even know when they report. Damn it. Oh, yeah, they already reported. Whoa. Yo. Zelensky arrives and something just snapped. Bro, something just snapped. Currencies are flipping. Yeah, bro, they just decked premiums and bonds going straight up. Yo. Something's going on, bro. Hold the fuck up. It sucks because you're like right at the lows right now. I don't know what it is. President Trump prepares auto tariff announcement as soon as Wednesday. So I grabbed a set of puts just in case, but I'm still in another set of calls. But yeah. So, all right, so watch out for that. Oh, yeah, shit, I got to put out that other one. Actually, I'm going to dump that put, though. I grab one. I'm going to hold the UVXY still. Hold on. I'm actually up on that. Okay, I made like 10% on that one. I made 10% on the put. I'm still going to hold the UVXY. Because, again, he said this stuff yesterday, but now they're saying, I don't know, maybe that might be the headline we need, but look at the bonds and how they played. Yeah, GM's getting clobbered. And NVIDIA, too, though. So, hold on. But see, no, it wasn't Zelensky. President Trump prepares auto tariff announcement as soon as Wednesday. I think it just sounded bad. I think the algos, and then if you saw it, bro, the low ticker currencies, they all just started going nuts. But then I think we had updates of these prior. Remember, he was saying it on Monday, but then the market did react, and then they kind of brushed it off. But yeah, I don't think that's going to be what kills you. It just didn't sound as again. It sounded Trump tariff. Let's see. I'm going to still ride those UVXYs. Again, the put's already at the lows. We should have just held our first ones, but you had a little baby flip opportunity there. All right. Gold coming down? I haven't looked at that. I like the Broadcom. I keep looking at that. But I didn't make a play yet. It's very tempting, but then it just keeps dumping. And then now NVIDIA lower. I might just go for more of those. I like NVIDIA. All right, watch out. See if we dump again. Make up your mind on any sort of downside plays, whether you're trying to really hold one, flip it, or again, I would say the VIX, but that one's already up now, 38. We just already sold off a lot, and now you got your first headline about auto tariffs, and now we'll see where it takes us. Like I told you, you're at 22. Fuck. So that headline just helped us get there. But yeah, 21's the next level. If you don't hold that, you are liable to sell off probably like 30 to 50 points. You don't have to, but, you know, breaking that gap I don't think will be pretty. So 57.28. GM dropped a little further, but then now it's starting to work up, but that led to a decline. Yeah, we're in between the weekend gap now. That's it. That's what I'm saying here. Here's the level. This is like that 571. You could start playing with these spots here, but realistically, you know, this is kind of the danger zone you got to watch out for. That's weird. That brought premiums up on the calls. So, yeah, that volatility just tweaks some things out. But you're going lower now. 3 more points to the level. Watch what the currencies do. And then now everything. See if it's everything versus rotation. Yeah, you got everything. Qualcomm now down on the low. United Steel on the low. That kind of makes sense. A couple names still in the green. Staples still doing great, so there you go. WMS? What is that? All right. Tesla down 5. See, that's another one. Well, I think it's been a premium trap all day. That was just a flush. Premium trap and follow through. But if you get a follow through, it's decent. Some of those TLTs went up, but those haven't been hitting at all. You got a small gain on that. Sometimes gifts and blessings are wrapped in a thin sheet of issues, so no one steals them from us. Amen. Italy has handed tax demands to Meta, X, and LinkedIn over VAT claims that could set EU precedent. So more of that negative EU tech news. Not really responding. Again, SPY getting another pin here after this Trump auto thing. Flush into the low and now flirting with the gap down. Ford calls? I mean, only in the sense that you get like the bad news, the flush, and then pop after. It's like, okay, it's not that bad, but unless you're not, that's the only thing I'd be thinking of with that. Otherwise, I got no ideas. UVE, didn't we see this up the other day, earlier? So liquid. Again, NVIDIA 113, both Tesla and NVIDIA down 5. Trump admin asks Supreme Court to intervene in bid to slash teacher training funds. Well, you still got 3 more points, so watch out. Because it could go lower, but it still will test that level. But if it flushes the 21, then it gets a little worse. Railroads going up. Again, we already have those plays, but they're not gapping up as much as you would think. And then the VIXs are up 50% now. The TLTs are starting to work. So remember, we bought the SPY puts. We hit on them, sold them too early. And then I bought TLTs because I was like, those are the only ones. And then they lagged it, but now it's starting to go. So I think if you flush here, TLT might work. Now the premiums are up, but TLT is very hard. Again, I'm telling you, these days where it's kind of weird like that because these should have hit earlier, but now they're starting to work for you. China flip too. Well, remember, though, you will be liable for big swings. Just, again, there's a lot of money that will be coming in here in the next 48 hours. Yeah, Broadcom keeps going, bro. That one's actually surprising. TLT, it's up 10, 12%. It just started to move on these candles. Everything else, it was guttered. All right. And then it's 9:04, 30 minutes till Euro close. They're talking the auto tariffs. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. God bless America.
Back to the U.S. Is this a new set of tariffs that we're talking about here, or is this something that people had anticipated him to move forward on?
He's regularly threatened these ones, but unlike the steel and aluminum tariffs from a couple of weeks ago, he hadn't done them already, right? Steel and aluminum were done at a narrower scale in his first term. He expanded those, did away with exemptions, raised the number for aluminum. So that sort of was a broader fight, but on an existing battlefield, if you'll forgive the analogy. This one, auto tariffs, is new ground. I'll note, though, I mentioned the Canada and Mexico tariffs that had been clawed back. It was because of the auto sector that happened. The domestic automakers came to him when he imposed those previous tariffs under guise of sort of fentanyl concerns, saying, look, we need more time. And he had said that he didn't think he would give them another exemption, but did exempt USMCA compliant goods from those. Those domestic automakers rely on supply chains that go all the way through the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Some parts go back and forth across the border several times. That is a key question right now. Will these new ones have any kind of similar exemption? We don't know. It's not clear. And if they do, then that'll be a big relief to the domestic automakers. If they do not, that'll be, of course, of great concern for the domestic automakers who've shown not a lot of appetite. Other sectors are, sort of like the tariffs, including the steel industry, for instance, likes the idea that that's been put on. The automakers have been warning about potential consequences, even unintended consequences of these tariffs, both in terms of raising prices of domestically made cars if parts of them are made abroad and impacted, or if supply chains have to rotate away from lower-cost manufacturing countries. Cars get more expensive even if they're made in America. And then, of course, the imported cars themselves would just have a straight tariff on them, and that would presumably pass on some or all of that cost to the consumer.
All right, Josh Wingrove, our White House correspondent, thank you for all that context, given that there's still a lot that we don't know about these auto tariff announcements that could come as early as today. Now, for more on investing through this trade war and during this trade war, let's bring in Young Yu Ma. He is Chief Investment Strategist at BMO Wealth Management. Young Yu, you heard the recap of the headlines out of Washington. There's a lot that we don't know, except that some kind of tariff announcement is coming. And I guess where I want to start with you.
Wow. He looks like a white dude. Bro, he looks like Jeff Bezos. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, he does Asian equities, bro. We've gone over this guy several times, actually. I've never seen him, though. I've never, looked at him. Wow. Young Yu. Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, why you snitching, bro? It was only a 24-hour timeout. That's all, man. It's okay. It was good advice, but just don't tell me what to do. That's it. Focus on your own plays is what I'm trying to get you guys all on. I hope I can help in some capacity. But at the end of the day, what's the point of telling people don't buy, you guys should be posting your plays. Everything else is just nonsense. So, yeah. But you didn't share anything with the Colt. All you told was that, Josh, don't buy that. And I wasn't going to buy it. I ended up buying it a lot lower. But I don't get it. That's why. Post your play. That's all you have to do. You guys don't need to try to influence people and get people to do things. It's very weird. So, yeah, and don't snitch on yourself and follow the rules. Thank you. Yeah, GM, again, like that one guy was saying, the tariffs, he's talked about it, but this one's it's a little bit more of an advancement. So we'll see. You got your little pop again, but unfortunately, you're back in here. Trading during a trade war. Fun times. Why do you trade options instead of futures? I might go back to futures, but I've just been hitting on the options. That's it. Last time we were in this environment, it wasn't working because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand it how I understand it now. So until this, I'm going to run it till it runs out. That's what you guys should do. Even then, I'm hitting right now, too. Run it until I start losing. Because I'm telling you, if it works, it's going to work, and I'm going to run it until it runs out of juice. So literally all the small plays, making it free, it's working. As long as that happens, I'm fine with it. Because but we're in an environment where skew is not working. And that's why this time around, I'm going near the money. I'm playing less time so I get them cheaper, but then I'm flipping them to make them free right away. So if we get it where now the premiums start to not reflect the pricing and I can't do that anymore, I'm moving right to futures. That's going to be my next play, futures and equities, just how we've done in the past. That's what you want to do. So go with whatever, but also I don't like the futures right now because of the movement. You also have to think about it. Right now, bro, you're swinging a couple percentage points every other week. So you get the wrong future, you trade how I do with no stop loss, you better be prepared for that. So other than that, a small defined risk, until they stop working, I'm gonna keep running them up. It's not about the whipsaw, it's about the drawdown. That's it. These are bigger draw. You don't really have a floor, you don't really have a ceiling. So what do you short it, you could get caught in a bigger squeeze. If it falls to a level on some dumbass headline, then there you go. That's where the options, I'm wrong on them, $10, $100, we could reposition real quick and then make it all back. Whereas the futures are going to be, they're a little bit more. But I like the futures. I like dollar for dollar. That's what I'm saying. If the market moves around, you want to get dollar for dollar. But if it stops paying us dollar for dollar, then that's it. Then we don't. Then the options. Then you go to the futures. But if dollar for dollar starts being more risky, then go to limited risk reward or limited loss, defined or unlimited upside. Well, maybe you should think about it more. You just think about when we first started doing futures. What was happening is we were getting volatility. I would make option plays, and I would be right on the idea, and then I wouldn't get paid. I would still lose on the option. Why? Because the market moved down 10%, 15%, but I started with out-of-the-money options. So I wasn't aware, and I wasn't prepared like I was this time around. So even though I knew how things were going to move, I wasn't making money on those options. So what did I do? I said, fuck that. I'm going to go get futures, and I'm going to profit dollar for dollar on all of these 5% moves. And it worked. It worked out very well. And now what started happening, the option premiums started to die a little bit, and then we started getting this heightened volatility. It was around the election. And then I started noticing, I'm like, all right, some of these plays are cheap. I wanted to play before the election, started hitting them. But then now what I've noticed a couple weeks ago, the skew, I started going out of the money. And then once I noticed, I'm like, holy shit, this is just like 2022, the last time I went to the futures. But then I said, hey, let's see what happens if we go near the money, in the money. And that's what I started doing. And they have been hitting very, very well. And then I don't have the potential of waking up to a drawdown. Yeah, NVIDIA is getting clobbered. Again, they had bad China news too. Excuse me. More retail flow, so the market needed to just become more efficient. It was harder to hit. I think it was just the skew. I just think we were too far out of the money. And then even though the market moved down 10%, people weren't hedging. There wasn't demand for out of the money in 2022. They were just selling their stock. So that's why like even EWG or any of those, we caught a 20% move, but we didn't get paid because we positioned out of the money. If we did near the money at the time, I think it would have been good. Dell flushing. So see if any more chips. Meta and NVIDIA already on the low. NASDAQ down 1.6. So have you given up yesterday? Or did you do 2%? No, yeah, you gave up all of this shit, bro. So now that I guess half of it, 3/4, because this is still some of the roto. But yeah, some of that tech rotation kind of already faded. So again, remember that chart I showed you the other day of managers being under position. That may still apply. That NVIDIA. That's crazy though. NVIDIA gave up 2 weeks of gains practically on just today. And then SPY's chilling. The premiums haven't gotten that bad from here. There's been nothing more than 10% drawdown from literally flushing new low to right here. Kind of odd. Last time Broadcom was under 200-day was 2022. I like it, but it just every time I look at it, it goes down another percent. Ford chair, Bill Ford to meet Trump admin this week. That's coming out now. Still going lower again. Big tech and chips now. SOX S is on the high. If you were ahead of a pension manager and you had to put a bunch of money in by this week, what would I put it in? I don't. I don't have to do any of that. So thank God. I would have done it in advance, and I would have positioned earlier to value while it was still cheap and everybody was FOMOing into NVIDIA. See, you guys don't, no hypotheticals to force a buy. I'm not a fan of those at all. Okay, SOX, yes. So, shit, I think that's all in NVIDIA. And then bonds, again, the TLTs are up a little bit, but, dude, whatever they're doing to bonds is wicked. I think bonds are waiting till Friday. I really think this has to be because of the pensions, because this is odd, man. You're getting from yesterday to today. I'm not just talking about today. I'm even talking about yesterday, soft data, the reaction, but, yeah, and then bonds are at a vulnerable level. Yeah, you have to also think the pension managers and stuff like that, it's window dressing too. So they'll buy stuff so that their clients and their superiors, so they don't look like they're so underperforming or that they're underpositioned. That would be like me buying NVIDIA just so that you guys don't think that I'm behind, if that makes any sense. Pepsi, I sold those way too early too. I want those CPs, dude. That thing rocketed, but the plays won't go up. Boo. Oh, the bond auction, there's big supply. That might crush the bonds even more, too. Well, watch out. Going down again. Low ticker picking up. Something about GE Aerospace. Again, see what the euro does. 6.7 or 5.726. So 2.1 is still the level. Chips are still doing terrible. NVIDIA murdered. So it's down 1.7 from earlier, but most of that was from the AM. And Tesla too, but same thing for them. I think watch if banks start to go down like 1%, then we'll have a problem. But now it's chips. And now a couple of other ones. Staples still doing great. Yeah, the TLTs are up, but so small. Yeah, TLT breaking out now. So watch, you're near the low. Crucial level. Again, TLT started to ramp up here. That's it, just at the low. So this is all a fear bid, I would argue. But then again, it's really hard to tell. So you're still at the level. Euro's coming up. That's about it. And then more value, Colgate, CL, Pepsi, TAP, all of them are moving. Okay, Constellation and are those value or are they moving in tandem? I think it's just value move. Okay, bonds new high. SPY about to break down again. Watch a Rooney. 2 more points. You're like a point and a half away from the low. It's just flirting with it. VWAP is still high. I think volume is still low too. If we don't get a positive Philo bounce index, today gets ugly. Well, I think just welcome to the Trump chop still. Like we were talking about, this wasn't going to be the easy break. But I think now that rotation from yesterday and now today, it's getting a little confusing. TLT's up 20 now. So now TLT, Broadcom flushed to what the fuck was that? Broadcom just got flushed and bought right there at the 180. Tomorrow's going to be GDP data. So that will be able to move the bonds and everything. And then you'll have, the last day ahead of the pension rebalance or 2 days prior. Yeah, all those, the defense names saying chilled. We are not out of the woods, no. And remember, the Trump chop is hard. When it gets to an easy breakout or breakdown, that's good money. Those are easier to ride with. Trying to fight with Euro. I mean, I think daylight savings makes it weird, but remember, Europe's the leader now. So in an odd way. So I think that's going to get in the way, but some days it will, some days it won't. I wouldn't really get too tied into it, though. So, random ass pop, but let's see. No headline. UN. Apple 225. I flipped the 227s, and they were up 60%, so just be careful. Make sure the premiums are lower. I need a push-up. Oh, yeah, we do need a push-up. I agree. Give it 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes. Market needs to do a damn push-up. What are you saying, man? Market need to go work out. GDP is expected to come in lower, I think, because of the Atlanta one. I don't know how it's going to move bonds because I don't know if they might panic on bad GDP. That's the problem, is that bad GDP last time, it didn't give you a bond pop. So that's going to be the weird part about all of it. Other than that, GDP, though, economic activity, that's a hard set of data. That's going to be more indicative of things slowing down or not. And then Friday PCE, that's another hard set of inflation data. So we'll see. And then Friday, a lot of volume coming in from the pensions, end of quarter. And then that'll be your final day, pretty much ahead of Liberation Day. Or I guess you'll have 2 days. Yeah, because then you'll have... No. You'll have... Yeah, Monday is 31st. Tuesday is the 1st. And then Wednesday. So literally 1 week from now is Liberation Day. It's really fun calling it Liberation Day. Oh, and then can I ask you guys something controversial? Is now a good time at the low of the day after we just sold off 1.6 on the NASDAQ and everybody is mad confused? Is now a good time? Okay. So, did you hear about... What was her name? I forgot her name. It was one of the government people, and she made a joke. So this was at no exaggeration, this was at a human rights campaign. So this was like an event for human rights. Which listen, I'm not going to lie to you. Do I think all of this shit is funny? I do. I really, really do, because I see humor. Because not only was it the words that she said, but she said it on stage of a human rights campaign with the human rights campaign logo in the back. You guys don't think that's funny? I think that's hilarious. I don't think you could even make that. That is like a scene from Idiocracy. Okay? But that being said, I'm not going to tell you the answer to this question. This is a poll. I just want to know what you think. So which one is worse? The Elon salute or now this lady?
Because we in these
here it is.
Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So yes. And
Yeah. So Governor Hot Wheels. That's a joke about the governor in a wheelchair. So yeah, so you tell me which one. Is it making fun of the actually crippled guy, or is it the potential Nazi salute? And again, I think the humor is the fact that this is at a human rights campaign. That one I can't get over. That one I love it because that's just irony in its purest form. So yeah, what do you guys think? Which one's worse? Is it making fun of a guy in a wheelchair or the debatable Roman Nazi salute? Yeah, you made fun of Fetterman. He was disabled. I'm just asking. I want to know. That's why next time I'm like, do I make a wheelchair joke or do I make a Nazi joke? I'm going to refer back to this. Because I don't know, guys. I don't know. Euro close in 3 minutes. All right. Not bad. Race on the low. Ferrari. Are we arguing the salute was a joke? No, but the point is, I think the funny part is that one thing is kind of like, Elon still denies it, but like she actually just made fun of a guy in a wheelchair at a human rights campaign. But yeah, so it's still, that's why I want to know which one. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I told, like I said with Elon, I was like, listen, Elon, I might assume that Elon probably isn't a Nazi. That's what I like to think. But if I was Elon's friend, I would tell him never do that again. I would not. If I wanted to have a heartfelt reaction, to somebody, I wouldn't do that type of salute, And then again, to the other lady, I probably would be like, hey, you might want to keep the wheelchair jokes to yourself, especially on stage of a human rights campaign. But hey, I don't know. I just do stocks, so I'll just stay in my lane. But yeah, I laugh at all of them. I think it's hilarious. I think because then the people who get like the debates that get started, I think it's funny too. So yeah, maybe I'm the problem. I don't know. IVZ, if you're not, when Trump made fun of the handicap thing. Well, I don't trust the media on certain things. I know they've tried to say he did that before, but I don't know about that. But that was very Trump-like to do that. To go in front of a human rights speech. That's the funny part, you guys. That's the part I think is really funny. I don't think the joke was like top tier, but I think that's hilarious. Because only Donald Trump would do that, I feel like. But now her. There's no other person I could ever expect that would go up on stage of a human rights campaign and be like, yo, let's make fun of people in wheelchairs. But hey, I guess if you're the Texas governor, that's what you signed up for. Trump mocks reporter with disability. But yeah. Like I'm saying, I don't trust those old statements because the media has a worse track record of being wrong. So even the other day, there was a forced correction on every news network because CNN and NBC, they said that, what's her name? That Tulsi Gabbard was friends with a dictator, and they said it was Putin, when in reality the context was talking about Narendra Modi, and they all had to retract their claims live on TV. So I would just verify it, and if I would go to the clip of what you're talking about, if anything, like I just showed you the clip of her actually doing it, or the Elon one and what he did. Warren concerned Trump could fire Fed chair. No, he's not. Powell just caved. Why would he get fired? Okay, TLT's coming back down. Would the 200p mean 200 minutes for the SMA? I've no. What do you mean? I'm not following, Habibi. Janet Yellen to join PIMCO? Oh, that's crazy. They would even hire her in the private world, but you know homegirl got connections. Bro, Janet Yellen gets paid more to show up to an event than Future. You know what I'm saying? Take your favorite rapper. Janet Yellen gets paid more to show up. You know that, right? So you want Janet Yellen at a birthday party is going to cost you more than Beyonce, is what I'm trying to tell you. So that's crazy. Private world. I think we should ban all public officials from serving into the private sector within 10 years of their job. I don't know, but I don't make laws. I just do stocks, you guys, so get a long term. Well, I do think, though, I think we're going to go back to the days of ignoring the regional Fed members, but they'll still get their fees. $200 periods, 1 minute time frame would be 200 minutes of closed candles used to calculate. Yeah, I don't know. I don't do none of that shit, bro. I just know the 200 day, and I look at it once every couple of years when it does this test. That's it. Ask anybody. But I'm not that in depth with that type of analysis. All right, bro, all those calls just went break even, and then now you just got flushed again. Same thing as the other time, unfortunately. You're doing exactly what you did here. So I think you got one more bounce and pop, but this one should be about it. If we go down lower, though, you're still going to open up all those doors. And now Broadcom going lower. Microsoft now with a big red. 570, it's like 56.90 baby level, then 70, then really like 56.50. So there's a couple of baby levels to overshoot, but at the end of the day, 56.50 will close that gap. Britain, FTSE, and Germany closed. All right. Get your ass up and do a push-up, Chatadonia. Woo! All right. right, man. Stand up. 10 push-ups. You'll be good. Okay, that little pump killed the premium. The premium just went green. That was crazy. Yeah, PIMCO does hire a lot of them. I mean, they get good jobs, and then that's it. They just use their connects. Because Janet Yellen, she knows everybody. She knows everybody. Janet Yell. Yeah, I missed the LMT one too. Okay, there's NVIDIA, there's SPY. You're getting a little bit bigger, but just in terms of moves. But remember now, you have had the European close. So relax those eyeballs, chest to the sun, flex the core, tuck the hips in, and get the body moving. Okay, I need to go do me a push-up. I need to do the abs, bro. You know what I'm saying? The abs. NATO Rut asked about Signalgate incident. Says we can still trust Americans. You guys know Signal is just like Snapchat? It's just disappearing messages. But yeah, that was bad. Signalgate, yeah. I feel like nobody wants to address the elephant in the room because the other guy took responsibility. So one of the guys took responsibility. I forgot who it was. But in my mind, in reality, Pete Hegseth was hammered and accidentally added him because he was drunk. That's another theory going around. So, yeah. But other than that, it was still nothing confidential, or at least nothing confidential was released. But, yeah. I mean, does that not sound like something you would do? Does that not sound plausible? I'm just saying. It was most classified. No, it's not. There's actually classified info, and then there's some parts of it that weren't. Like their discussion about, reservations towards attacking the Yemens, that's not confidential. But if there was parts, I don't know. They were saying that the reporter did not release the confidential stuff, and then they were saying there was nothing confidential. I think even the NSC verified that the communications were real, but I don't think there was confidential state stuff that would, again, be a security risk. Whiskey leaks. Dates and times, but yeah, I don't think it was, again, confidential. I don't think those were private in the sense, I think other people in the government knew about it at the time. They were talking about it, but there was a difference of info that is confidential. Nobody could get their hands on it. That would be a security violation and risk because now secret info got released. So they all came to the conclusion it's a bad look. I think it's dumb. I think it's foolish that even happened. Like I'm saying, I would probably lean, and it is kind of worrisome that borderline homeboy might be drunk, but at the end of the day, I don't think that was a security leak to this. This is not a Snowden or classified documents getting in the hands of people that it shouldn't have, but some info, and it was big info, but I don't think it was classified. part of you thinks it's intentional. That's what some people are saying. They think trying to find the mole. It's not good. It just doesn't look good. Again, now you're talking about, is the guy drunk? Are they dumb? Are they trying to find a mole? Whatever it is, it's just weird. What did Donald said it was a glitch. You do yearly training on exactly what they did? What do you mean? So, like, you guys simulate that in the military? Trump could sign new auto tariffs today or could come later in the week. The timing is still to be determined. CNBC. Oh, wait, I need to do my push-ups, man.
More attractive to them. They also say a potential Alphabet ad tech sale could create upside.
Okay, so of course the valuations would be more attractive when the stock is literally in free fall. We had this conversation coming back from President's Day when I returned from Minneapolis. Josh, yourself, and I talked about this, and I said you have to have a risk management strategy. Now, it is in the JOTI ETF. The ownership there is 43 basis points. It's the third smallest position we have. But when a stock goes from 120 down to 80 after earnings, sits at 80 on February 19th, and you don't acknowledge that you have to do something with your position, I'm sorry, that's not implementing a risk management strategy. Here we are today at $59. Okay, you could say the valuation looks good. I
let me get a plank in.
The only thing good about this is the revenue growth, and I can't wait. Maybe at some point it comes off the books on the JT.
I was going to say
maybe at some point. I was going to say
the only good thing about this is that we're almost at the end of the month and the quarter. You staying with this thing?
Yeah, it's in our.
He dogged it out so bad.
I know he dogged it, man. I said last time I was on that this company is officially in a 2-quarter penalty box for us because in their quarterly earnings, the CEO and their CFO were not great about vision going forward, and that really worries me. But we love the longer-term thematics of that type of business with the Google business and the online advertising. We think that's where this is going, this future, and we think they're one of the best at doing it. So we're going to wait and see.
Okay, 2 quarters. You let us know. Total Energy's upgraded to buy at Citi today, Jen.
Right. So Total and Shell, both really great global energy leaders, and they benefit from Europe's demand for energy. They're really focused on LNG. But here's, again, not that exciting, but what's important about them. Shell trades at 9 times earnings with a 12% free cash flow yield and almost 5% to 4% dividend. Total trades at 8 times earnings, 10% free cash flow yield, and a nearly 6% dividend yield. So they have huge free cash flow. They can buy back shares. There's not a huge earnings growth story here, just free cash flow and endless demand for what they produce.
I'm sorry, I just want to get Shell in there too, because that was buy at B of A.
Yeah, sorry, it's kind of the same story, just Europe demand for energy.
Okay. We'll take a break, and then stocks offering shelter from the tariff storm. One firm with
what?
a list of dividend names you can hide out in. We'll talk about them next.
Okay, watch out. You're going down, but am I tripping, or is the 200-day moving average going down? No, it's still that 5 on the daily. Intraday has dropped, but you are going lower. My goodness. When the world happened, Charlie. A lot of things happened. A lot. It was actually doing good, and then everybody started freaking out on all the tariff stuff, and then Liberation Day. I mean, Trump didn't help with some of his rhetoric, and then everybody got crazy, and then, yeah, now we're here. And then we're getting ready for next week. Have a little correction. Went below the 200-day, like it is, what's it called? Like it was 2022 and 2023. And now we either test it or not and figure out where we are going and do a push-up. And then we were like, Charlie's gone, so let's trash this place. What's up, baby? Am I on log scaling? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that's why. But you're coming back down, man. That sucks. They just gave me some green calls and then took it away. No. And I know we lowered rates, but then that's what I was saying. This week is bad, though, because you were up, and I was like, it sucks that it came at the cost of the bond market. But now you're going lower, and the bond market's still red. I know Micron had good news, bro. All the chips. I had a good Micron play. It went up for a little bit and then flipped. GM, I think the premium got in the way after the little auto tariff. Watch bonds. Watch the market, man. Look at the low ticker. You actually have a lot of momentum coming to the downside. Values are still going up. So 57.26, again, watch those levels. Mexico did a little better. Canada currency, bad. Euro bounced, but not much. Sadly, you just random-ass bond moves, and then that's it. That's all you have for the day. I know, the call premiums went up. That little drop, that flush with the headline, fucked up the premiums. Because I thought my calls would die, and they didn't. It made them go up. So I just think we got to get through this. Again, you might have Trump signing that tariff thing today. So we'll see NVO, $72. Fuck yeah. Some of you may not like that, but get ready. If we could start getting a 6 on here, that could be very pretty. I would need 60 flat probably. I think at 60s, 40s, it becomes a diamond probably. But even then, that might still be too much. All in all, I like it. Keep watching it. NQ, Tesla just led the way down, so if you think you're going to get a flush, if you got a big dog moving with it, watch NVIDIA too. They're about to go. Yeah, sorry, new Twitch guy. I'm not going to listen to you. It seems like you're promoting shit with your Trump disagreement. I'm not. Go watch the watch list. We've covered everything in depth, and I think most people will get it. Thank you. Twitch is a secret group. You know that? Twitch, when you go to the Twitch channel now, it says this channel is restricted. I like it. It's like a little gang. It's a cult. What was that, 25? Are you talking NVO? NVO didn't have Ozempic then. We do need a knock. We will. I'll show you guys. Whenever we have our first little meetup, I'll teach you guys the handshake. I'm going to give you guys the handshake from that I learned in my frat. You guys know there's like a secret handshake. So you know I could go to any college. I could go to any frat or the ones that I was in. I could walk up to the door, shake their hand in a certain way, and I could get into any frat. That's how they do it. You guys, did you know that? There's like a secret code. There's like a creed, and then there's like the secret handshake. So if you really are, but that's, yeah, you have to know. Mm-hmm. So I'll teach you guys when I see you. I was in Phi Beta long term. Are you familiar? It's a good frat. We did the dancing too. We go, hoo, 10, hoo, 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 hoo. And then we have the thing. We did it for the serenade. We're good at it. Yeah, Phi Beta long term. Yes, sir. Woo! So it was Australian? I don't know. I don't know. Fortunate, dude, it's late. I didn't realize it. Bro, we're almost at 10. So, yeah, it's actually, you've burned a lot of hours. Your frat came to be the singing one? No way. We did serenades. We weren't in a singing one, but we did the serenades. I was in the front. You know that? Even though I'm an ugly little lizard, I could dance and sing. So they let me do all the dance moves. I love the serenades. We might do that, honestly. I might, if you guys want, if I could get like 20 Chads, 20 member Chads, I would love to teach you guys a dance routine. And then we could go to all the stock people and serenade them. You know what I'm saying? And we do our little dance for them. Are you guys down? It's a little, honestly, it's a little California, if you know what I'm saying. You know, but I don't know. It's fun when I was in college. I was down with it when I was in college. You know. Man, I think we just get along. Way too many people are down for that. It's fun though. It is. If we had one, we had a dance to R. Kelly before he went to jail. We did it's the remix to Ignition, hot, and we had a whole dance and everything, bro. You don't got to learn sometime. Are you not good at dancing? I don't know how to dance, but I know how to dance, if that makes sense. But then do you know how to do a square dance? Can you do a square dance? Or do you know how to do a ballroom dance? That's it. My sisters taught me. That's how I learned. I can't Millie Rock. I don't know how to Millie Rock. My nephew can. It's so weird. Dude, my nephew does the gritty. That's the thing, bro. Little kids, bro, because of these video games, they have been taught to emo at every corner. Do you guys realize that? Bro, my little ass nephew, he scores a goal in soccer, and this fool just starts emoting every time. And then all of his teammates. And I'm and these guys are 6 years old. And I'm no fucking way, bro. Dude, and I'm how disrespectful. They just flex, bro. It's cute and all, but I'm damn. I remember my coach, bro, we would get yelled at. If you ever scored a bucket, and then Broadcom, Flushing, and Marvel, watch out if NVIDIA's next. He said, I've grown and be hitting the gritty everywhere. All right, you're going lower here now. SPY, a couple of chips set it off, but I see some financials as well. Watch if NVIDIA go. There's Broadcom. Actually, financials holding, but I saw some. You actually haven't hit the low yet. Get ready. MU on the low, too. The VIX, man. So now it's up 50. I thought it'd go up 100, but you're in the money on those VIX plays. All righty, get ready. All right, bigger flush. That looks like a headline. I just think that's the pressure. That sucks, man. I knew I should have stayed away from those. Because that call went green, though. But now, actually, I'm only down 15%. Why does it feel so terrible? This makes no sense. I'm just starting to confuse myself. I'm not even confused. I'm just impatient. Because, yeah, bro, I had a good call play. I bottom ticked it. And then they shot up and went green. I'm all right, by now they'll be down 40. But now it's down 20. But very interesting, bro. So, again, watch out here. SOXS chips are very weak. You got 71. So, or 57.21, 1 point away. And then give it maybe 57.07. Otherwise, 5,700. And then we'll start talking the baby levels. Oracle, Qualcomm, Broadcom, All chips. Micron. Yeah, bro. Now uranium too, but it's all chips, honestly. Until XLF sells off, I really think it's all the chips. Or that's adding a lot. Let me get you another checkup. Let's see. Let's get some data behind this shit. So Dow Jones, 18 green, 12 in the red. Financials, Goldman is the worst. NASDAQ, 35 green, 66 red. So that flipped. It was 50-50 in the morning. And then SPY, 268 in the green, 230 in the red. You have more names green, believe it or not. The VIX 18, that's weird. My UVXYs moved. Those UVXYs from beginning or last week, they're in the money, and it's actually going. I'm surprised. But after the morning, though, I should have held those puts. We hit a fat one, but I sold it too early. But anything after here, I don't think you were able to make money on it as much. Unless you just bought and held it perfectly in the money. Oh, I need another carbo. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. The low has been hit. I know I said I was going to keep that other shitty put, and I just took it like a dumbass. I just like the money. Okay, 57.19. Give it 12 more points. If you don't get air brakes, it's going to get really bad. I unfortunately think it will air brake, meaning I think you'll go 57.09-ish, and then you'll start doing this again. Do you see what I mean by air brakes? Is this where you flush through, and then it just starts to dabble and dribble around, and then before you know it, you just spent 15, 30 minutes kind of into the cascading low. So watch out for that, but 57.17, 57.07 is your next point, but then anything below there, we start talking gap fill from Friday. You could free fall, sadly. The VIXs are going nuts now. They're up 60. 6.9. Coca-Cola. I mean, TLT. That's the only weird play right now. I made a play. I'm up on it 9%. That's the weirdest one because every day we've had a move like this, you could just late stage grab TLT and it would work. Today, that's not happening. That's why I sold the puts because I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy TLT, call it a day. But it didn't work. That's why I'm kind of shocked. So as long as, I don't know what you'd flip, but I think that's the biggest high risk, high reward today is the TLT move. Other than that, you just play anything on the SPY. At this point, calls are going to be cheaper than puts, but you get a bounce, another one of these little moves, you could reposition a put pretty well. Oh, yeah, bond auction in 2 minutes. That's not going to be good. It shouldn't be. But then again, that might change it. No, because this isn't, it's fear, but not really. But just on most of these days, a bigger enough decline, the bonds catch a bid. But that didn't happen today after even 1%. Now we went down another 1%. Then the bonds are still there. How do you make carbo? I go out to the field. I milk the carbo cow, and then I take it and I put it back into the churn, and then I churn the carbo after letting it ferment for several weeks. And then after it's fully fermented, I go back and I load it into the barrel and I carry it on my head across the land, and then I drop it off to the distributor, and then I keep enough for me to live off of. It's like the free share method. All else fails, I just go to Costco and I buy Red Bull sugar-free. It's time-consuming, but it's worth it. Okay, 5715 is the low. You're right. This is baby level 2, but I don't like any of these levels from here. That's why I hope this sporadic call-outs I'm giving you, I hope you can make sense of them, because I'm just from here, it gets sticky here. You get what I'm saying? The next 10, 20 points below 5,700, you have a lot of weird choppiness. So really, this is your target, but you could hit a lot of zones leading into it. So just be mindful of that, and that's why, unfortunately, once you kind of give into this, it's going to be weird. You always meant carbonated? No, like carbonated beverage. Because, like, I like carbonated beverages. I hate that I love it, but, like, I love me a good bubbly drink. I don't know how to describe it. It feels good. So, yeah, like, I just like carbos just because they're carbonated. Like, I like the caffeine, but I really just like the carbonation. Yeah, SW low, Amazon. I'm good, but hey, at least we sold our tech calls yesterday. I need both. Yo, what's going on with Baba? Hey, yo, Baba, China, that's odd. The fuck? Yeah, Baidu's going up too. Check news on that. That's they just jacked up the preems. Yeah. I put in a limit. I'm trying to get filled. Hold on. I don't know what it is. No, scammers. Yields going down. Let's see. Watch Alibaba, because even our last rally, too, you had China. All right, now they're taking off. All right, I'm just going to FOMO it. I tried to snake one of the other ones. I'm going to a different... fuck. Is that a weekly? Okay, hold on. I already made the wrong play. Yeah, I wanted him one with time. All right, yeah. No, I'm whiffing that. I made the wrong one. You still make money if a YouTube Premium watches a stream? Yeah. I do, man. YouTube's the mafia, bro. Because they hella just, like, force you guys to buy Premium. Or they annoy you with the ads, but then they pay me with the Premium, too. I think I get paid more off Premium than the ads, yeah. I think it gives you more money. Because every time there would have been an ad, there's like a set fee that they give you. Or something like that. That's good to hear. It's good, man. I appreciate all of you. I know I've been annoying, but I think there's also been a lot of good that's came out of it. But I appreciate you guys supporting, watching the videos and the ads. I mean, it's literally, this has been my best year so far on YouTube. Ever, actually. So I'm telling you, in all the years I've streamed, I've never seen this amount of income from YouTube. It's insane what I've witnessed so far. So I'm grateful for it. Not for the Watchlist channel. That one was, that's washed. But still, I'm like shocked, bro. So I appreciate it, for real. But Above all else, though, I'm not married to it, so I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I would like it where all I want is people to have long terms. You know, the money's cool. I see why people get influenced, but you know, we got here without getting, you know, all the years without any incentive, bro. So just make sure you get a long term, and that's, although this is now a new benefit, that's never been the purpose. So please get a long term for real and save. And the house. I think some of y'all need to realize the house thing is real. And I think some of you, deep down, you don't think you'll do it, but nah, you're going to do it. Believe me. Josh. What a good name. I want that. You'll get it, bro. I'm telling you, set your mind to it. There's a big difference in the person who believes it's possible and not. And that's what I'm saying. You do that, man, money. You're going to have a good time. Is there a press briefing? We will begin shortly. Already talking to the loan officer. That's good. See, you figure out what you need, get it all situated, and then you'll be good to go. Oh yeah, what was the bond auction numbers? Wait. Yeah, those should have came out. Came in at 4.10. I don't know what the when issued was, though. But literally barely any reaction. So it came in 0.005 higher. All right. I like Okta. They're great. Kroger on the high, too. A lot. Oh, are they going to go live with the robots at the White House? I heard that. Aren't they bringing Elon? Bond auctions better? You don't need to understand them. Understand bonds. Bond auctions don't give a shit till recently, given what's been going on. But I think if you understand bonds, you'll understand the auctions a lot more. Like, understand yields, understand why people sell bonds, how they sell bonds, understand the price of a bond, the return, maturities. Those things will help you than just the auction. NVIDIA nears deal to buy GPU reseller Lepton AI. NVIDIA is buying somebody? They bought someone the other day, no? Yeah, I flipped the Baba. I had a bad one. I bought a weekly instead of a more time. More time. Your time. Philip Morris. TLT clapped. The bond auction wasn't even that bad. I thought it was going to be way worse. A huge divvy portfolio over rental properties. I mean, it just depends, but both. That's literally, I have both. I actually don't have that big of a dividend portfolio, but you do both. I'm telling you. Why wouldn't you? You're scared of rentals? Don't be. You should have a high standard and set a really high bar of what you need to get a rental. And if you meet that one, you'll be good to go. All right, is she coming out? No, because we might have to get to Philo, baby boy. Fed Musalim talking or just put out a statement. Yeah. Says he's wary of assuming all tariff-related prices will be temporary. Second round could be more persistent. If labor is strong. They're all saying, again, they're all worried. These are the guys adding to the uncertainty, bro. It's stupid. And then they're like, yeah, this uncertainty is not good. MSTR dumping. Kroger. I need to remember Kroger in the morning on these value days. Katos on the low, too. All right. Well, Chad, I don't want to wait for this anymore because this might take longer, and I don't want to just sit here. I'd rather start reading. So it's time. Let's move it on over to Philo, because I could give you a little quick intro to Philo while we wait. But, yeah, we're going to move on over. You need a membership for that. If not, don't trip. I will see you around Power Hour. All right, so you'll get that, and again, you might get some executive orders. SPY's moving now, more value plays, but we'll see where it leads us. Be wise, individual names. And then get ready. Remember, we're still kind of leading into the final days of the week, the quarter, the month, all that good stuff. So, Chad, I will see you around Power Hour. Have a great rest of your day if I don't see you. And peace.